Hey everyone, I'm Adam.
Oh, hi, I'm Debbie.
And I'm Sunny Justice. And this is How We Gloss.
Okay. You know what? Although I'm tweaking, okay, that's the intro from yesterday. I was working on tweaking it today, the little things that I noticed, and I had to redo my part because of that static sound and when I tried to adjust it. But anyways, do you guys like the new intro? It's going to be not some changes, just nominally, but a little bit when it's complete. But I didn't want to rush it.
You know, one of my favorite parts is when the two bullets come together and hit. I love that.
Yeah. I brought in a different animation, and that's, like I said, what takes a lot of time is all the, like, my husband, when he comes in the room and he'll see like a ton of layers of different medias over top of different medias, type of idea, and just the different effects. But yeah, so there's a couple things that went through my head that I wanted to do, like I said, and just add a little bit more to it. But I know yesterday was a little odd for me. It just seemed like you said it was the blood moon or whatever, and that.
Yeah.
Adam, did you like it better today? Or it's not that you didn't like it yesterday. I don't know, but it's just I looked at your reaction. You're like, oh yeah, it was great. And I was like, what was Adam doing? Was Adam?
I do like it.
I don't like
to watch myself. I don't like to watch myself on camera, but I like it.
Yeah. I just, for me,
really, Adam, because when I was in the green room waiting and you were on, just your face, and you were like,
well, I really was seeing if the camera angle was right.
You're like,
yeah,
right.
So
I had to look good for you, Deb.
It wasn't, huh?
I had to look good for you.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. But yeah, so who was it? Was it Alexa, and who else? Alexa sent us pictures of the blood moon yesterday.
And Annette.
And Annette. Oh yeah.
Annette,
and Annette. Pork chop. Yeah, my friend Porky. Hi, Chaotic Beauty. How are you? Peace Not Silenced. I sent you an email piece because you had sent me an email on like the 11th or something, and I happened to be looking for that email that you guys were asking me about today. And all of a sudden I came across Peace Not Silence in my spam mail on one of the channels and I was like, oh, great. So just so you know, Peace, I emailed you back, but just to let you know that I didn't forget about you. Well, obviously I did, because I didn't remember that conversation until I saw the email. Hi, Callie. How are you? Aspen had me LOL while on the conference call earlier. James, come back.
Oh, we were in the Court TV chat together today watching the Eric Grinstead trial.
Yeah. Oh, were
you?
Oh, yeah.
I was flipping back and forth between that and the Johnny Depp trial. But there was an incredible witness that was testifying today that was just not having anything that the prosecutor was saying.
Oh,
and he was hilarious.
Yeah, I still, like I said,
Chaotic.
Yeah, don't. Besides what you've said on here, I don't really know about that case too much. But yeah, so at first I was thinking, oh, were you guys in a Discord call or something like that? But then, yeah, and once you said that, it reminded me. So how's that case going?
I think the prosecution is doing a horrible job. Other people might have a different opinion. I think the prosecutor I think she's obnoxious. I think she's rude. I think she's aggressive, and I think it plays really poorly to the jury. But
okay,
I'm not on the jury, so I don't know.
You just get to watch and watch. It's kind of like watching the. We'll talk about it in a bit, but like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. So if I told you I went to sleep at about 7 a.m. this morning, so yeah, okay. So when I woke up, I was like clicking on every clip of the freaking Johnny Depp, case or whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong, but mostly what I saw was the lawyer playing the tapes and getting her to explain what they were each about, in a sense. Is that correct?
They did a lot of that today.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of it, Deb?
I just saw bits and pieces where she was talking about the concealer again, and
she called it a bruise kit.
Yeah.
So I was like, slip of the tongue.
Yeah, and I saw the where they showed her back, her in a long, backless dress, and there was no bruises or anything back there. Right.
Yeah, the end of the day was really interesting because we can talk about it later, but that was the cross-examine was really got kind of contentious between the two of them after a while.
I'm just curious, is Callie, she said, sadly, the prosecution is losing, I think. Are you talking about the Grinstead case or the Johnny Depp case? And if so, Adam, how do you think that, you think that Johnny Depp's ahead, or is because Amber's kind of has the last say?
The Johnny Depp trial, I think Johnny Depp's already won in the trial in the jury of public opinion.
Public appeal for sure.
But I did hear today that that people on the jury in the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial seemed actively annoyed in the prosecutor, in that Elaine woman. And that's never good. They said, I heard one of the jurors was sitting there with his eyebrow raised when she was talking about being abused, which I'm like, if something's emotional and you're sitting there with your eyebrow raised, that's not a good sign for Amber Heard.
Right. Yeah. Amber Turd. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say that Johnny's innocent of, obviously in my head, what goes through is, only because I've been in a really abusive relationship, verbally, mentally, blah, 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 for 11 years. And then towards the end of my second marriage, that one. So it's kind of like, as I'm listening to her, I'm trying to think of how it must be to, because that Johnny is an alcoholic and does drugs.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think about the stuff that she does have to put up with. But by the same token, she is a narcissistic liar as well. and what drives me crazy is all these, like, meaning, this just from even the money fund that she, was trying to hide. And, like, meaning she's playing the poor me victim, when truthfully, to be honest, to me, it's both of them. Like,
I agree.
they're both,
Yeah.
like,
and I think you and I both said that at the very beginning of that trial, that there's regardless, there's not a winner in that case. It's
right.
I mean, even though there will be, I mean, it's still not good.
Right.
I asked my husband, what's your professional opinion of the two of them? And I'm thinking he's going to give me like some, diagnostic, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, they're both nuts.
Yeah.
Just walks off.
It's kind of like when people are in a toxic relationship, in a sense, and, with somebody else, like maybe his previous people that he was with, it was a lot more caring or less, you know what I mean? Like I said, she's definitely a narcissist that is a self-absorbed.
Right.
So two people that just simply never belong together. But right. And then when it's two people like that, that's going to create that friction. And then he might end up in a very loving, caring more relationship, in a sense. Right. So it's really how, and they just seem to,
I did learn that you can do cocaine out of a tampon applicator, though.
Right.
I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, right. The fact is showing that men can be abused too. It's something that we don't see every day.
Right.
So the awareness is good. Maybe help others and come forward. It's sad though. Absolutely. Like my first guy that I was with, I was married to him for 2 years, and I was with him for 11 years. I was 15 to 26. Now that one, you know what? I'm not even gonna blame myself on this one, because I wasn't contributing. Let me put it this way. I was not a mean person by no means. He had a temper. And when he didn't like something maybe I said, or if I went out with a friend and he didn't like it, or if I wore something he didn't like, a remote would come at my face. I've had a black eye. I couldn't walk for a week. I've had so many things, and I just didn't grasp how someone that you care about, that you think you love, could do stuff, like that. Like I said, huge learning curve. And that's, like I said, over the different courses of things, like the person I am today is because of all of that stuff. Totally forgot my point, but I'm going to pretend like I didn't on there. Honestly, I was like a squirrel. I went to bed at 7 a.m. Did I say that?
Yeah.
What were you doing all night?
Why?
Honestly, I was just sitting there on my iPad, playing with stupid, I call it Mimi, but it's meme, my meme program. And so in saying that, it was just pissing me off for whatever reason. It kept leaving the background white, even though I was using a transparent background. So in saying that, hold on. Where am I here? Okay, where did it go? I had it open. Apparently I don't. Right, 1 second. Okay. Okay, I'm in this live right here. Okay, so can you see this one? Did I hit it?
I don't see anything.
Oh, I guess I would actually have to hit it, huh? Okay, can you see that one?
Nope.
Give it a second.
Yes.
Do you see the American Eagle?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, in the chat. I was looking at the screen. I was like, what?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm like, where is it?
Does it look pretty decent?
Yeah. Yeah, you can actually tell what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to make my American friends a little something, and I just didn't want it to be the basic flag.
Yeah.
So I saw this American Eagle with a USA flag kind of across his eye there, like that. And of course, for us Canadians, I just made a, let's see here. Yeah, I know this one's keeping it simple, but it's really hard when you're dealing with these small little objects.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see that one?
Yeah, it looks like a heart with the maple leaf in it, or a shield. Is it a heart or a shield?
It's a heart.
A heart. The maple
Yeah.
leaf in the middle.
With the Canadian flag.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know
like that.
that's, yeah. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you this now that I deleted your hat so I could make room. I need 4 more members before I can make another one. Putting that out there.
You deleted
Okay.
Adam's hat.
Hint, hint.
Yeah,
Well, because nobody was really using it, right?
I know. Well, I didn't have my hat on last week, and then now I have
And
it
it
on.
was, and it's so much cuter in the big picture than the small picture. We'll put it on a mug one day. How's that?
Yeah.
But I was just going like, this one, she thought it was a turtle. Thank you. Okay. And then the last one I did make, and I'm not sure how this one was going to come out. This one, let's see here. No, this one's kind of like for, okay. So, you know, if this is about caring, this one in my head is what I kind of, oh, Leah Angel just put that up there. You beat me, Leah.
Yeah.
That one is called a heart tree.
You
Does
guys
it
are
look
both
like
asleep.
Hey, oh shit. No, I was on a different I can't look at it through StreamYard. I have to go over to that. Oh my goodness. It's gonna actually, Deb, you're just gonna have to donate to me and you'll get your portion. Don't worry.
Does that make any sense? Is that a good financial move?
Let me go. I'm just gonna go see what they look like actually in the YouTube channel. It sucks that I have to have like all these different windows open all the time. So live now. Let's click on that.
Actually,
Mute me.
what is the little tree? What is the?
It's a heart tree. It's like a heart. It's a tree of hearts. So I figured, like, you know, it's one of those things. Adam, you can consider it like your gay pride tree if you want. Yeah. And it can be used for birthdays or Abby and Libby. I thought it was just a multifunctional little caring tree with branches and a bunch of hearts. So all that colored stuff is a bunch of hearts. Yeah. So actually,
if you guys want to be able to use the emojis, all you do is you join our channel, and you can join at the rate of $1.99, which is the Paw Patrol. And then in doing so, send Sunny an email with your Facebook name, and then go to our Facebook and apply to join our Facebook. As long as she has your real name, if it's different than on here, we'll put you right in there.
Yeah. And there's somebody, Leah, you didn't join yesterday because somebody sent a request.
I looked into that, and I think someone sent them an invitation. I think it might have someone.
I know, but it's for the fact that they literally, answer yes. Yes, yes, that they joined Paw Patrol on the YouTube channel. Yes, that they emailed me. Yes, But so Leah, don't forget. Yeah, exactly. There we go. I don't see the tree up there though. She's too busy laughing. She forgot to put the tree in. But anyway, thank you guys. So yes. So if anyone's watching this video or in chat right now, I need like 4 more members. $1.99 for a month. So I can make another emoji. It sucks that you have to do that. It was literally say you need 4 more members before you can make another emoji. I could do that shit all day long if I really wanted to. I just really enjoy it. Oh yes, I guess I should bring up those links again. Okay, Deb. Or anybody or Adam. But Deb, did you want to talk about Ron Logan's piece right now?
Yeah.
Or yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Let me get to it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. What was this about Speedos?
Right
they wanted Doug Carter.
Poster. Yeah, but I thought to myself, who really wants Doug Carter for an emoji though? Like
they want him in a Speedo, a poster of it. Okay, so everyone be on the lookout tomorrow for murder sheets will be releasing tomorrow. Adam, I think we talked, was it you and I, or was I talking to Shane about what time it was going to be released?
It's 5 a.m.
At 5 a.m. is what they're saying, but we're wondering if that's the real case or not, or if they meant 5 p.m. We'll see. Could be 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, I think that Kevin
distracted.
posted something saying it would be 5 a.m.
Yeah. Okay.
You like that, Adam? Do you like that?
Yeah.
You like that?
So here's what they posted. They said, just wanted to give the folks here a bit of a heads up. We're able to get a copy of Ron Logan's search warrant, as well as a probable cause affidavit written to secure it. The affidavit contains some new information that we haven't heard of before, and we are releasing almost all of it tomorrow. We took out the names of some associates of Logan's, as well as a couple of details that the law enforcement made. So one of the questions I asked someone who's kind of in the know is, what does that entail? So it's supposed to be house, property, his truck, every single thing should be in that report. Now, whether they're going to release every bit of that write-up or if they're going to split it into segments, we don't know yet. So that's what's coming up tomorrow morning. So everybody grab that. Pay attention to that.
Yeah.
So
I posted that on Twitter or on Reddit.
Uh-huh. Oh,
and,
you posted it on Reddit? I saw it on Reddit.
It's already got like 60 replies on it. So I don't know what, I think a lot of people are kind of, worried about what it's going to do to the investigation.
Mm-hmm.
And I just put on there that my only concern was that it is going to start the crazy Ron Logan as BG people all up again.
Right.
Yeah, but those people are already crazy to begin with, those ones.
I know, but it's just going to send that to go kind of back up. But what I'm interested in finding out from that information is they'll have to put a list of the things they're looking at for specifically in a search warrant. And so it's going to give us an idea, at least when they did the search warrant, where the investigation kind of was and where it was focused.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I find it interesting.
Well, and there's also some information that the transcripts were purposefully released by Carroll County. And so maybe this is being released too because there's nothing in there that they care about anymore. Who knows? I just think it's very suspicious that it's all being released accidentally. I don't think it's accidentally.
Right. That's very, and that I'm sorry, Sonny.
Nope.
Deb, that could play easily into your what you said last night about how would Barbara McDonald have known that Kelsey talked to Anthony Schatz on the 13th. So
yeah, funny. I saw that pop up in several people's lives today. They were watching us, and people were commenting on that.
Well, my thing, because I was thinking about that this morning, but before we go talk about that again, Lisa says, Deb, isn't Murder Sheets interviewed on the news tonight?
I don't know. I didn't see the news, so.
It's Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, okay.
They're going to be on Fox 59. They're doing a story on them on Wednesday night.
Okay, hold on. Let me just say, Lisa, it's Wednesday night. Just saying.
Oh, we do. Adam and I are color coordinated.
Hey, I got
something. And Sunny is too. She's got the blue and the pink too.
Yeah.
Totally by accident. Hey, Laura.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I saw Sloopy and Copper Horse are in the chat too, and Brett.
Yep. Yeah, thank you.
I had a few Mythbusters. If you want me to do those quickly.
Sure.
Okay. So there's a picture going around of Libby standing in Kelsey's room, and on the floor there's a square piece of paper of some sort. People thought it was a photo album, and it said CPKG. And so the rumor started that it was a book of photos because Kelsey and Cody were having some kind of a fling. So I suggested the person who was talking about all this that they might want to ask Becky. And the moderator or the administrator in that group went and asked Becky. The truth of the matter is that it's not Cody's initials at all. It's Kelsey's friend, a girlfriend, and it was actually folded like a poster, and there were 4 initials: CP, KG, SG, and JB, and her friend CP made it for her. So wipe that out. If you see that floating around, bogus. Okay, it's not anything about Cody, Patty, and Kelsey. The other thing that somebody is talking about is there is an interview where Dave Burston actually says that one of the parents drove the girls to the. Oh, yeah. Are we glossing?
Well,
are we?
Yeah, I mean,
okay. Yeah,
that's $500. Whoever asked for it. How Sandy did. Sandy, $500.
Okay.
And real ones, no Monopoly.
There's a video where Dave Burston says that one of the parents dropped the girls off at the trails. This was early on. And I just want to say that use some common sense here, folks. He made a mistake. And if you think the policemen don't make mistakes, they do. I was able to catch someone breaking into somebody's house in my old neighborhood, and I was interviewed by 3 different policemen, and they all 3 had different information in their reports when it came to trial. So, every other report, every interview, every time any of them were on the panel with Kelsey and all of them, it has always been said that Kelsey dropped them off. So let's use common sense there. Right. And then the last one is that people are saying Tony Klein has deleted his Facebook, but he hasn't. If you can't look at his Facebook anymore, it's because he's seeing you as a follower. When you, Adam, when you repeatedly go to his page, it starts identifying you as a follower on his page. And so he is, blocking you. So his page is still there. That's all we have today in Mythbusters. So far.
Okay.
I know you're both just jealous that you can see Tony Klein's Facebook page.
Yeah, and you can't. To be honest with you, I'm amazed that a certain person that was on our channel that day is still on his friends list.
I am too, honestly.
Maybe he doesn't know.
Yeah,
Well, I kind of laughed on that one.
Alexa says the problem is some people do not have common sense. True.
No, there's a lot of people. It's not some. It's a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
All you have to do is watch, a few other channels to, and there's no common sense anywhere to be found.
One of them got hit with some penalties.
Yeah, you're talking about. Can I say Graz? That one?
No, it wasn't Graz. I mean, that happened too. But
Asshat?
Yeah.
So what? I wonder, what is a Facebook, or what's a YouTube penalty? Does that mean he can't post videos?
Yeah.
He posted a video, so I'm wondering if he lost his monetization or something.
He wasn't monetized.
I don't know.
If you're talking about as above, so below, he's not monetized. I don't think
He's not monetized.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what he criticizes everyone for.
Well, let me put it this way: if you have a strike, go ahead.
Maybe
if you have
probation.
Oh, maybe. If you have a strike, okay, because you get a warning, and if you get another one after that, then you can't post any videos for a week. Like you said, Graz got demonetized or whatever, but I don't know like what he did to, like what their restriction is on that one.
Yeah.
Like I think
it was copyrighted music.
I think so. I think it might have been too.
Oh, if that's the case, well, hence why we don't do that on here. Just because it's not worth it. Basically, at the end of the day, YouTube says just use your own stuff, and not get the negative. You know what? That beer looks so freaking good right now.
It is. I'm drinking tea.
Like
I have a beer and tea.
Yeah.
I do not like beer.
Oh my God, Adam. We are so connected. Like, tell me this. I like to have a hot drink, but I like to have my cold drink beside me. Like, so if I have a tea, I'll have my Diet Pepsi or a glass of water beside me. I like my hot and cold, even if with even when I eat dinner, I like whether it's applesauce or a salad. I like my cold with my hot, in a sense.
Yeah.
I just like one that's hot, and then the next thing it's like, oh, are you like that a little bit, or
Yeah.
no?
Well, yeah, I am. And I was drinking tea, and then I was like, oh, I think I want a beer.
This isn't for Deb to listen to, but is that because we're connected as cancers?
Probably.
Oh gosh, I'm so sick of hearing
So
you two.
far in your places.
That are we just
I'm
like
gonna
really
connect you by smashing your heads together.
that are we just like, we're like icy hot, and we're,
I feel like my older sister, when I told her I remember my older sister saying to me, just because you and your Tanya are twins doesn't mean you're connected any more than me and you are. And I'm like,
I would doubt that. Twins are pretty.
Right. And so that's just one of those things. So that's how I feel about me and Adam, right? Because like it's like, Deb, jealous.
I'm not jealous. I'll give you guys that. If you need that, if that's something you need to feel better about yourselves.
The thing is that the cancer traits.
Adam's ignoring me.
It's just fact. It's everyone has their own different things, but you know how it's just that if somebody says I'm a Cancer, I'm instantly going, I know you. You're like a sister or brother to me, because I already know the insides and outs of who you are. What do we got here? I'll just take that as a yes. The silence.
Lisa, that's because I have my phone up and down. If I turn it sideways, it looks like I'm looking to the side all the time. Yeah.
A two-fisted drinker.
See, I'll show you. Let's go for a ride. Woo! Ta-da.
Yeah.
oh, look, there's Deb.
All you have to do is stare straight ahead.
Yeah.
Seriously, you're pissing me off. Mine's getting empty, and I feel like I'm like, here I am going all the way back. Need a refill in a minute here.
Sandy wants to know if your twin looks like you or if you look like your twin.
First of all, she says I was the leftover shit that came out. However, I feel like I'm prettier, and that, let me put it this way. Growing up, so no, the answer is no. She's got chipmunk cheeks and more of a wave into her hair. We look like sisters, perhaps.
Yeah, you do look like sisters. I've seen
look
a
like
picture
sisters,
with you.
but not twins. And we're so polar opposite. We're both left-handed. We both played sports growing up. We both are very creative. But our personalities and our auras, too different. She is a very structured, organized person, knows where every penny's going. Couldn't tell you where lots of my dollars and cents actually go. To be honest with you, no organization to my life, and besides at work, when I work. Yeah, no, we're not identical. I'm 10 minutes younger, so I'm the youngest out of all of us, including my 4 half brothers. So I have like 5 brothers and 2 sisters.
So how do we know that we're really getting sunny every night?
Because
right,
we're not identical.
How do we really know that it's that?
Well, if I'm bitchy,
you're not your sister.
What's your sister's name?
Tanya.
Tanya.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Tanya.
Right.
Yeah.
If you ever get in trouble for anything, just blame it on her. Like, oh, she was on my channel last night. That wasn't.
Red alert! Hold on. Orange alert! Orange alert! Hello. Orange alert. Sunny, do all of your
we're bringing out the big stuff for Laura.
Thank you, Laura.
So please, with your channel and membership perks,
gloss it up. People, get your gloss out.
Yeah. Yeah, Laura.
Laura gets the double gloss.
Laura gets the Thank you, Laura. She gets the yeah.
My lips are going to be so glossed up, the words are just going to slide right
out. Yes. Sunny, you look like a movie star. Did I? At what moment did you feel like I looked like a movie star? I'm sorry, Adam, if you could just get out of my way for a second. Go on. Yeah, you guys. So just so you know, this channel still really is like a work in progress as we work towards, building it and doing things and thinking about different ideas and stuff. So appreciate those words, Laura. I know that Adam probably doesn't. even though he's my cancer friend. But me and Deb do, this one over there. But yeah, thank you so much, Laura. Truly appreciate that. But yeah, to anybody else that's watching too, yeah, we're just, like I said, I'm new to the YouTube land. Monetization can happen at 1,000 subscribers. I didn't do it till like 2,600 subscribers or whatever it was, 2,000, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm getting close to the 3,000 mark. I think I need like another 110 subscribers more. So I truly appreciate anyone. Doesn't matter if you're a member, non-member. Give a super sticker or a super chat. Don't give a super chat. Again, as long as we just try to keep it, nice, joking, civil, and kindness and stuff like that. And plus, like, and if we get more members, we can make more emojis. I really don't care about those as much as Adam does. But just saying, I don't.
Wait, who makes the emojis? You do.
Adam secretly does, and then I post them, or not. Or
I just secretly do everything, and then Deb takes credit for it, and then
I think that's the other
everyone's
way
just pointing to each other. Did anybody besides, us? Did anybody else notice that the background is black instead of it's a cramming shame behind it? I did that for a purpose, though. Actually, it's because when I played the intro yesterday, it pissed me off that it didn't make its thing big enough, so I kept looking at the bottom part. So I made it black. Do you guys prefer it black, or do you still like the? I mean, or do you still like the cramming shame?
I think it looks kind of nice.
What do you guys think?
Pop?
Yeah,
pop.
Do you guys just like?
One of my friends was watching one of the lives one time because I sent her the link, and she doesn't really know about the case, and she like messaged me. She said, "Why does it say bridge guy above your picture?"
Because you are the bridge guy, and we're just secretly getting information from you, Adam. You just don't know it.
We're going to turn
know what bridge guy is, so I'm like,
oh my gosh. It's going to be going around now. Adam's the bridge guy.
I was like, it's part of the case.
The only thing that's
wrong. But she's like, it was just on the thing on the screen above, like your picture.
Yeah. The thing that's wrong here, though, is that your initials aren't BG. Now, Brett, he's kind of close there. He's got the B. Yeah.
Everybody's saying they like the black background.
Yeah. Well, let's keep it black for a while then, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I might put something across the bottom of it just to give it a little hint of a perk. Maybe not. I don't know. Either or. What I was gonna say, Deb. Oh, there was some idiot that left a comment, and I seen it. I love it when I'm looking at my iPad and then a message pops up that goes, she would be pretty good if she quit talking about the trolls and the whatever, like from last night's live or whatever, and something like that. But it sounded more like ignorant than like it was like a backhanded compliment that wasn't a compliment. So
was that on last night's video?
Yeah, it's kind of like basically telling me to stick to the topic at hand, dude, not your channel. Hence why I just blocked you when I seen that message.
Did you respond and say, "Oh my God, thank you. I will do that from now on"?
Maybe I should have more patience that way, because usually I'm just so used to going, block. Don't feel like hearing from that person ever again.
I never think to look at the comments on the videos afterwards. I don't know why. I just don't think about it.
You know what? To be honest with you, I'm not going to lie. I don't as much anymore. Meaning there's some days I'll go through a few of them. It just becomes way too much, to be honest with you, to keep up with them, to keep up with, like I said, going to work, trying to make videos, doing lives. It just becomes too much. But if I happen to see a few, I'll look at them, heart them or whatever. I used to answer most of them, but it just becomes too much. And then you got emails to answer and it's just a lot, right? Facebook stuff. Like I need people like what Chris McDonough has. Like I need to borrow like a son, a kid, or nephew or something. I need someone to do like all the back end work. That's what I need. So I can be more freer to do the creative side than keep trying to learn all this, how do I do this? How do I You know, I don't know. How do I do YouTube? How do I, just so many things. How do I make emojis? How do I learn how to do this? I
You
mean,
can
don't get me
Google
wrong.
anything, right?
Yeah, it's just that it's very time consuming.
Yeah.
And hence why I keep saying like the end goal would be to keep working on the channel and then the relaxation channel. And my goal would be to work so that I could work from home so that I can spend a lot more time. But when I get home, like my husband gets up at 4, right? Kind of ruins my sleep there, let alone the fact that I'm not a great sleeper. And then I have to be to work for 10. Then when I get home at 5, that leaves time to try to talk to my husband a little bit, have dinner or something, and then
Yeah.
work on maybe getting ready for the live and just doing. And the next thing you know, the night's gone. So hence why half time between 11 and 2 in the morning is kind of like my, okay, I'm just going to sit here with my iPad and do stuff. It's like my quiet time.
Yeah.
And then,
Like
like I
you
said,
wind down. You wind
yeah.
down like that, right?
But then a
That's
couple
how I
hours
am.
later, my husband's alarm's going off for him to get up, and then, then I'm like, and then he leaves for 5 to be to work for 5, and then I'm like, okay, So it's just like I said, there's just like I feel like I said today, I just feel like I was octopus arms. I was trying to work on the video to get that ready, then like the bugs, and I was like, no, forget it, I'm not using it tonight. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
You're
Everything
behind me there.
that octopus, yeah, that one. That's how many arms I need. And I need 8 brains, preferably a little bit smarter than mine right now. When it's tired, this brain just nope. And plus, like I said, trying to get my sugars in balance and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Again, my brain head isn't as foggy as it was before. It was like when your brain is foggy, it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks,
Yeah.
honestly. Let's see. What do we got? Anything new in the SM versus Graz? I agree with Graz on 1 to who's SM?
Shattered Mirror.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I was just trying to think of the name.
I wasn't trying to bring any of that up. They were talking about it in the chat, and I just was curious.
SM rocks Graz's world.
I'm not a big. I hate Shattered Mirror, but that's just my personal opinion.
Mine too.
I'm not a fan of either.
I think he's a POS.
Yeah, I guess it's just which piece of shit is bigger, I guess is, how it works, and which one is kind of like, it's kind of like Anthony Greeno to me in my head versus say Gray Hughes. Like Gray Hughes is, could be a real dick and all that stuff. And then, and Greeno's a slime ball. But it's kind of like if you were to see which one's the worst of the two, it's obviously Greeno.
Right.
Right.
Even though I'm not be rude, crude, and socially unacceptable, but he's pretty honest.
Yeah. You just, tell it like it is type of person. And hi, welcome back, Chaotic Beauty. What does Alexis say? The true crime community has become high school. Yes. I can't believe grown up men are stirring. You know what, Alexa, let's talk for a second. Okay. Yeah. Can you believe that it's men doing all the drama? Really?
I know, right?
Doesn't that just
turned
make
into a bunch of little high school girls?
Well,
mean girls.
Yeah, you don't have Adam. Just turn your head. Actually, you're on our side anyway. But it's making me internally laugh as a female because, usually like we have the stigma for all that drama and stuff.
Yeah.
But all I keep seeing since I've been in true crime is just a lot of man drama.
Yeah.
A lot of it is definitely a dick swinging contest.
Yeah.
And I think more than not, people end up choking on their microphones.
Yeah. And I'm just glad to be more of the onlooker because I'm internally laughing, going, like, really, is this really what it's supposed to be about, or are we supposed to, be minding our own businesses for the most part for our channels and what people do, and and then if somebody says this person said this, that's the drama I hate getting, is when it's like, well, don't tell this person I told you this, but they said that you were, and I'm just like, go to the horse's mouth. Go to the horse's mouth. I Can't stand grass. Oh, let me just
Streamlabs just timed out Brett.
Please. I didn't. It doesn't time him out. I don't think. Right.
For 1 second. I mean, so I think it's kind of
like
a warning
I think
shot.
it just gives a warning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please refrain from using foul. What did he say? Oh, ass.
Right. I think it does delete their ass. It does delete their comment though. That's the only thing I don't like.
Oh. Okay. I'll look at it tonight and I'll turn it off. Yeah.
There's another one called Nightbot I've heard of.
Well, it's the same stuff. I mean, this one you can input your own words. I just haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Like I said, I haven't played with my Streamlabs in about a week and a half. Just because of all the other stuff, the intro and all the other different things. Yeah, foggy brain is the worst. True indeed. Oh, I meant to check on Alexa's email too. That she said I didn't get a reply for it. See, brain foggy. No, seriously, people, I need sticky notes on my forehead. Let's see. SM doing. Oh, actually, you know what? Can you do me a favor, guys? I just really want a glass of water. Can you guys just read what the comments are?
Sure.
Okay.
You want to read, Adam, or do you want me to?
Well, if I read, I might get in trouble, but I will read one. And P said, I can't stand Grez. I have no issue with SM. He helped me get a boost on my channel overnight. And I respect you, Peace, and I like you. My problem with Shattermere is that he unbiased, or he has no basis, and he viciously attacks Kelsey German in particular over nothing. He claims that Becky Patty moved a book on like this crazy stuff that does not make sense, and he uses clickbait to get views on his videos with no substance. He claims things that are not true. He claims to be I can't go on and on. I mean, because I think he's a piece of shit, and I cannot support someone like that.
No,
it's a difference between having a difference of opinions and exploiting the murder of children.
He went after Anna too pretty hard, and
and then Randy.
Yeah.
Say what you will about Randy. I mean, or was that as above so below? I get them confused sometimes.
That was above so below that went after Randy.
But yeah, no, so that's my 2 cents, and I understand that everyone's gonna have their own opinion, and that's fine. I just will never support either of those 2 channels.
So he did one thing right. He helped Peace out, and I'm happy for Peace for that. But I agree with you, Adam, 100%. I've listened to him. I've actually tried to post and straighten him out when he's given out false information that I know to be true, and he wasn't having it.
The other disservice I think that those 2 channels do is I'm seeing their content start to pop up more and more in our chat and on other channels as fact, and it's really doing a disservice to the case.
What are they doing? Sorry,
there's a difference between having theories and having conspiracy. And I'm just saying, like last night, there was more and more of that in our chat. Of well, what about this? What about this?
Yeah, right, correct.
And it's exactly where it's coming from.
I know, yeah. Like I know I don't watch them, like those guys, but I know that also, sometimes you guys will tell me about a few things, like of course attacking the family, and so so it's like as soon as I see questions like that, like, was it really them on the bridge themselves? Was she even on the bridge, or did the police just somehow photo edit her picture and put her on the bridge, and then they're claiming that, like, right?
For what reason would they do that? Just silliness. We got to use some common sense. You have to use some common sense and proof. Like, don't just accept. Yeah. Don't just accept what.
And I'm not singling it.
Look it up for yourself.
I'm not singling anyone out in the chat at all. I mean, you're entitled to believe and watch whoever you want and listen to whatever you want.
You.
I'm just giving my opinion.
You and him. And you. It's super low here tonight. The moon, well, it's better than that blood moon yesterday.
Right.
Creeps come out at night.
See, Deb, I said I shouldn't have read a comment on this on the chat. I got all flustered.
So you know what? I want to go back to that comment that Deb said. Okay, so I believe what she said was Barbara McDonald. What was the actual comment that Barbara McDonald said in that sentence? Do you have it? I just want to hear it again.
She said, "Oh no, I don't have the actual comment, but I can just tell you that Barbara McDonald asked Keegan Klein if he communicated with Kelsey the night of the murder/search."
So Barbara McDonald's asked Keegan Klein if he communicated, right? So my thing on that, tell me if I'm off base here, but so my thing with that is that so Kelsey knew, in a sense, she might not have known, of course, that it was Keegan Klein behind it all, but she obviously, as she was going through her phone on that social media, and she said she was looking at the different accounts that Abby or Libby had spoken to. So let's just say Jake, Anthony Schatz, Now, this interview was done a while later. So at some point, wouldn't Barbara McDonald have talked to Kelsey? And meaning that it came to light later on that this was actually Keegan Klein. But so I guess that's my thing.
Yeah, but except that Kelsey had forgotten that she even talked to the Anthony Schatz account until all this came out, because she talked to so many that night, it didn't stick in her mind, she said. So
yeah, so I guess I'm seeing that, Deb, is at the time, like it would have, like meaning, at the time she would have said to people like, or the cops or whoever, like, yeah, this account or this account. And then it probably just would have left her head with not too long after that. That's that's the only thing I kind of think of. So Barbara McDonald, obviously huge on the case. So maybe, like I said, so wouldn't that have kind of been in hindsight if Barbara McDonald was talking to her and she was like, yeah, I didn't realize, I don't know.
No, my point is not that she's saying she didn't realize it. My point is, how did Barbara McDonald know back then when she did that interview? She didn't just recently do that interview with Keegan.
Right. No, that was back in 2019 or 20.
Right. So how would she have known back then when Kelsey didn't even remember who exactly she had talked to?
She did the interview on December 9th, 2021, and the Anthony Schatz information came out at 10:15 or something like that on December 7th, 2021.
Oh, yeah, December. Yeah, okay.
And then the transcripts didn't come out until, was it March of this year? So,
oh, yeah, but she probably
is completely valid.
Inside information, I'm sure, a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right, that's the point. That's the point, that the police are giving her inside information, which the police shouldn't be giving any reporter inside information.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was speculated even at the time that, they possibly could have even directed a few of the questions.
That they could have what?
Directed her to ask some of those questions specifically.
And those are the ones that they're using in the trial, right? That he... Mm-hmm.
Which could have been why they supposedly granted the interview.
Yeah. Well, because part of the reason that part of her interview hasn't been released, as I've said before, is because it is part of the trial. It's evidence, because he answered her differently than he did the police on several questions.
Right.
So, yeah.
So even if they intended for the transcripts to never be released or the interview transcripts to be released, they may have always planned on using that interview in the trial, and they may have had an agreement with Barbara McDonald that they wouldn't use any of the interview that they directed the questions to ever air on, which is why we haven't ever seen anything more than 2 minutes of it.
Which would prove my point that the police gave her inside information.
Right. Oh, I'm sure there's a few people that have inside information.
Right. But that's not, I don't think that's, I don't personally think that's, what's the word? Unethical. If they never intended for it to be made public.
Made public, right?
Because I mean that would be
But
no
it
different than using-
was.
that would be
It
no,
was made public.
I said intended to be made public.
Yeah.
So that would be no different than, having an informant go in and get information. That's no different. And they do that all the time.
The point is that it happened, which was my point last night.
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
But speculative, of course.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Chaotic Beauty says, I think part 2 wasn't released because that is when KAK started rolling on people.
Well, yeah.
Wait, part 2,
It
you're talking
wasn't
about
released. It wasn't
transcript,
released because it's evidence in the trial.
Right. If there was
so part 2 of the first one.
If there was a second interview, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he was
I
rolling
think that
on
there
people.
was.
Right. I think there was.
Yeah. I had several trauma at the end of 2018 with the purest intent, as I'm sure there was inconsistent at some point. Yeah, exactly. She's basically just talking about, Kelsey. It's like, like I said, people want to come down so hard on her. And honestly, it's kind of like yesterday as we were talking about that, I think Laya or whatever her name was, the LIA person that was constant, kept saying and they let the 13 and 14-year-old as if to shame the parents.
Right. It was horrible.
And that's kind of same thing with Kelsey. It's like she was young.
Right.
Trauma.
This is someone that has I'm sorry, Sonny. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. I'm not Debbie. Oops. What? Go ahead.
I mean, this is someone that is gone through so much trauma and has dedicated the last 5 years of her life to, in her words today, she posted on Twitter tonight a picture of Libby's tombstone and said, "I'm fighting for you, sister."
Yeah.
It broke my heart when I read that.
Pow. Pow.
Sorry, we're just fighting back behind you here. If only I could bitch slap through the computer. Deb, come here.
Let's get Adam.
And I'm over here talking about something super sad and serious, and the two of you.
So sorry. Okay, you got my.
You're right. I'm sorry, Adam. You're right. And when you posted
that
in our chat, it really got me.
Yeah, it's when I read it, I was just like, oh.
She graduated from college this past weekend and posted a picture.
She's getting married soon too.
In June.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. June
Good
what?
luck
June
to her. Yeah, the thing that bothers me about it is that it's all silly little stuff. Like whether she gave her a jacket or didn't, or whether she gave her this jacket instead of that jacket. It's just silliness. It doesn't solve the case.
She could never fit into that jacket. No, that's okay. I'm sorry, people, and if anyone's in here that thought that themselves, no, there's no way that Abby could be wearing that jacket. It would be way blah blah blah. And I'm just like, really, like seriously, first world problems are it's the most stupidest stuff that, honestly, who gives a shit about if the jacket fit or didn't fit or this and that? It's just so stupid.
Yeah. And they talked about inconsistencies and her comments and Becky's. Well, when you have somebody that has a dyed-in-the-wool story that's always perfect, they're constantly through a whole case. That's who you have to worry about. And you ask anybody that's been in law enforcement, they'll tell you that.
Right.
There are always going to be inconsistencies because they're learning more information as they go along.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and she was 16, she might have answered something because that's what she thought and then found out later. Because they also very early said that they had not gone over a timeline as a family. They were just in so shocked they couldn't function. And, they really hadn't shared a lot of information.
Even just think about it. Even when, whether it's, let's say you've been having an argument with somebody at work and then you walk away from it going, oh, I I forgot to say this or got to say that, you know, and then, but but then you start remembering all these things and different things. And that, you know, and hence why, like you know what? I just really think, I'm sorry, but I just think it's really disgusting that people have been attacking Kelsey on this. And instead of feeling sorrow and pain and
Empathy.
sadness, you know, and empathy for her, instead it's kind of like, and it's kind of true what she said. She's not being deemed as a real person. It's just somebody that's there that you can just attack and attack and attack, as if her skin is so thick that she's not going to get hurt, right? So imagine
yourself
in their shoes, right? Put yourself
in their place. I had my cousin's son who was murdered, and he was killed right before Abby and Libby, and the Indianapolis police would not let them announce that they had found his body because they said they were close to arresting someone. They weren't, and they never have. And so someone accused him of being bridge guy, and my family couldn't even defend the fact that he's not bridge guy. He died before they did, you know, so you can't just accuse people. I mean, that was a really bad one.
Something that stands out to me is that, you know, and someone like CD or Cotfax or someone like that could answer this better, but my understanding has always been when witnesses or people involved in something all give the exact same story with no inconsistencies, that is when the red flags go up, because it's typically then a rehearsed, you know, storyline.
Because then it comes like that,
Right. And with someone, and I've always just chalked the inconsistencies, because if you look at where any of the inconsistencies the family ever has, really, for the most part, they're in the timeline of the morning.
Yeah.
And if you look at how many interviews the family has done, because if you look at someone that's done 2 interviews in 5 years and they don't have any inconsistencies, like, yeah, they gave 2 interviews. But we have Mike, Becky, and Kelsey, who have given countless interviews. And in every one of those interviews, they always have to give that timeline. So of course they're going to make a mistake a time or two, or remember a detail differently. It's human nature.
Or maybe say it in a way they hadn't said it before and people misinterpret it. That's happening.
Right.
There's so much more information in this case to be looked at and analyzed than some people are stuck right there.
And I noticed, like I said, we talked about that the other night, and that to me is what kind of comes up when there seems to be a lull in information coming out about the case. That's when all of those conspiracy things tick back up. Because people are bored.
Yeah.
Just reading this. Oh my God, she's accused of stealing because they might get money for a wedding gift, but every other couple can do that. Oh, no. Yeah. It's just a matter of how many brain cells some people have. A lot of people
People hacked into her bridal registry.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah. For what reason?
Well, obviously to add to her list, of course. It's like, yeah, I know. It's just
people that sent fake RSVPs saying they would never come to her wedding.
Yeah.
Because they would never go to someone who's involved with a killer's wedding. Like,
yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yep. I opted against water, and I got milk, and it's in my Mickey Mouse cup.
I like that cup.
Yeah, I've had it forever. I think I got it when I was in Disneyland, actually.
Yeah?
No, probably not. I probably bought it at the Disney store. I can't remember. I think I bought it at the Disney store, now that I think about it. Let's see.
Ben has a good question here. Welcome, Ben. We're glad to have you.
Ben,
you want to read it, Sonny?
Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm fairly new to the Delphi case. Do you know how many people have been charged with child pornography-related offenses from the investigation? There's been a lot. There were just 11 yesterday, 11 more.
Yeah. Like,
I would say more than 100.
It's not, I was just going to say, though, like, meaning for the child pornography ring, Yes, but we don't know who's attached to maybe perhaps
Yeah,
the
we don't.
Delphi.
Yeah, they haven't made any of that public. And I think the one that from yesterday or today, the 11 one, they said those people were apprehended from the police creating fake teenage girl profiles and luring the guys into sending whatever.
Yeah. You just have to go along with law enforcement too, saying it was the biggest CP investigation they'd ever had based on what they found on KK's phone. And they could find names on KK's phone and be going after those people, luring them in. Or they could not be associated with it at all.
Let's see here. What did Brett say here? I am still in. As far as the case goes, I think of Delphi as a whole. Dark, scary, anxious feelings always possess my nervous system. There's something very dark about Delphi. Yeah. I don't know if I think about it like in that way. But I mean, as a whole, it's just a disgusting, despicable, gruesome, I guess your words as well too. But anxious. I don't know. I wouldn't use the word say anxious. Anxious for the case to be solved. Anxious for people to be reprimanded for their parts involved in it with it, or in the child pornography ring, because you know that some of these people that are being arrested lately, I'm sure, like Brian Chadwell, whatever his name is, like you can guarantee that he's probably within this ring as well. Because his connection to these people it circles in the same groups of people, and it's just, I mean, you just know, right? You, like I said, they all just what's very consistent from what I personally look at is what's consistent is the same names that are appearing over and over on all these people that are either drug dealers in the child porn or whatever, like, meaning their names are very consistently, I'm seeing them. So you know that something's up with those people as well, like, meaning you know that regardless, their life is not pure and pleasant type of idea, that they're definitely go down the wrong path some way, and some of them get caught, some of them haven't maybe yet, and other ones are, like I said, just a lifestyle of drugs, money, whatever, sex, I said, whatever.
And it all kinds of fits together, the drugs and the porn ring.
Right, exactly. And that's hence why, usually to make something happen, you need more than one person, of course. But yeah, I'm curious how many of these that have been arrested in the last little while here with these child pornography. I wonder how many of those are from Keegan Klein's phone, because it is the biggest child porn ring, right? So
because you have to think, for every person that came from that phone, think of the amount of other people that came from all of those phones.
Right. Yeah. It just like goes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not
like
necessarily
a
just
family
in
tree
our state.
a family tree of sickos.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what?
They had a great idea. They said we should take up a fund and buy Kelsey a gift to send from our show. From all the people of our show.
Because how would I mean, like, so how would they do that? Because like, if fund money could go, like, if people wanted to, they can send it to, like, how would they do that? Like they could send it to my PayPal.
We could do like a portion of, from this point on, if people want to donate, a portion of the donations go to that.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Gift, and I mean, I can purchase it and mail it from here. Yeah,
that's probably the simplest thing to do. Let's keep it simple.
We can figure it out. We'll talk about it after the live and figure it out. And then
but that seems like an easy way, or a simple way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we don't have to set up any other account or anything. And
right. I do have I do have a PayPal regardless. So if you do want to donate to it, like let's just say if the donation isn't here and it goes to the my PayPal, that could easily be arranged. I can easily put my PayPal in the description for I guess I'll do that later.
And then it doesn't go to 30% it won't go to YouTube. The money can go, if you do it through PayPal, the money can go directly.
Yeah. I mean,
more money can go towards the gift than it would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's gonna have to be soon, considering that wedding's coming up. So
you have a year. You have technically you have a year.
So we should buy her lip gloss. He can wear it too.
We could even just make it a monetary donation towards their wedding.
Yeah, we could do a gift card. We could do.
Yeah,
if we knew what was on, I'm not going to hack into her thing.
It's been closed down.
I don't have Cash App, and
I'm sure there's something general that everyone would like to have, but maybe a gift card, like to Crate and Barrel or somewhere.
Yeah, or or an Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Amazon. Use Amazon. Pretty much.
I can reach out to Becky. And see what she would suggest as well.
Oh, really? She's my friend first.
Can you? I was thinking Sunny could too.
Okay. Mind you, females usually like men more anyway, so go fine, Adam.
Yeah, you go for it, Adam. Get back on here.
He just wants, because you just want Becky to go like, oh,
she was. Oh, look what Adam did.
That's so wonderful. Like, he's not doing it.
You're so funny. Oh,
we didn't have I know. Yeah, just so it'll be like Sunny, Deb, and myself, and our whole entire. Well, not our whole entire, but.
Becky, I had a wonderful idea.
The word "I," Becky.
Actually, I think it was Callie and maybe Alexa. Did Alexa?
Yeah, it wasn't even us.
Started it.
It was Callie.
Yeah.
Callie.
Yeah.
Callie's idea.
Okay.
It was a great idea, Callie.
I'm gonna go pull up I will go pull up my PayPal and add it to this link scrolling across the bottom, because it's already May 16th, people. So give me a second. If you guys want to just again answer something or talk about any of this stuff, go ahead. Again, if you don't have say a PayPal and you want to contribute through the super sticker chat, we like to call it the lip gloss fund, but anyways, so you can do it that way. But I'll just give me a minute and I'll put up my the PayPal. The PayPal will be whatever the starting of it is, but anyways, it's called Bless Your Caring Heart, and the reason for that name was because it was for people like this, like Kelly, and that's like, thank you for caring about other people and stuff like that, and well, all you guys actually. Not everyone can give, so whatever. It's just whoever wants to. That's it.
Right.
Whoever wants to. Yeah.
And we'll make sure that everyone's, at least their YouTube name is on the card.
When
the donation, sign everybody's name.
Yep. Anyway, give me a minute. I'll be right back. You guys can just keep talking about, whatever you guys talk about.
Whatever we talk about.
Right.
We can't talk about what we usually talk about.
Yeah, I think Callie said that if she remembers right, they're going to Spain for their honeymoon. She said she said that in an interview with GH, I think.
They're taking gray hues on their honeymoon. Adam. You nut. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope that everything is good health-wise and travel. That she's getting married June. What's the date? June?
I can't remember now. Is it the first weekend in June? Is it like the 10th or 11th? I could be completely. I think I'm just making that up completely. I think it's sometime in June though.
I'm on that Instagram page she has, but it's on my phone. It's not on my laptop, so I can't look it up. Yeah, I think an Amazon card would be great because then they could get whatever they didn't.
Right. Or we
know.
can even just donate the money so they can use it towards their honeymoon or on their honeymoon.
Right.
And it would be easy. It might be easier to send it because you might just be able to email it like a.
Yeah, because they probably interacted or send it through PayPal too. I'm sure they have one of those.
Right.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you know, people her age, they just want money.
Oh.
But it's exciting for her. I'm sure it'll be a bittersweet day. But
yeah, I saw her graduation picture. It was neat. She posted that today. So, trying to think if there's anything else I've seen recently. Just rumors that I've seen floating around. Someone was asking the other day on a page, why can't law enforcement clear people? Because legally they should never do that, because in a court, if it ever comes to court and that person, if they think that person's been cleared and then they are connected somehow, that looks bad for them in court, and an attorney could use that to their advantage. So that's just not a smart thing.
Right.
They don't do that a lot anymore. But he has, they have said in the past that almost all of the immediate family has been cleared, has, been looked at. What was the word they used? Not cleared, covered. So that was another one. Honeymoon fund from It's a Criming Shame, friends. Yeah.
And if anyone has any questions or anything they want us to go over, feel free to drop it in the chat.
John Smith says, I'm getting pretty strong. I can carry $200 of the groceries in one hand. The price is going up.
Depending on the grocery store, that might only be 2 bags.
Yeah, that might only be 1 bag. Gasoline, I saw several gas stations in our area at $4.65 today a gallon.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was $4.30, $4.40 here yesterday. I don't know if it went up today or not. I didn't look.
Wow. Ben says, do you guys think law enforcement should increase the reward, or do you think they no longer need help from the public? I don't think they need, my personal opinion, for whatever it is worth, I don't think they need our help anymore. I think they know. And I think they're squeezing every CP person out of this situation that they can before they do anything about it.
I personally do think they need our help still, because
you do.
As recently as last month, they came out with a release asking for our help still.
Well, that was if anyone had talked with the yellow account.
Yeah.
So that could also be connected to trying to round up all the CP people too.
Right. As far as the reward, though, I personally don't think that, because what is the reward? 300? Is it? I don't know. I know it's like upwards of $300,000, right?
Yeah.
I would say if $300,000, I don't think that this case is going to be solved because of the reward.
Yeah. And honestly, most people would give the reward back to the families. Right. I've seen that happen in so many cases.
Yeah. I think once you get to a certain amount with the amount of the reward, I don't think it has an influence over a case at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. John Smith says there's been a hen flu going around killing many of the hens. Yeah, in turkeys. There was some kind of a virus that killed a lot of the turkeys, or a lot of the turkeys had to be destroyed, and causing the price of eggs to go sky high. He doesn't believe it for a second. Well, my friends in Ohio own a turkey farm, and I know that they did have a virus strike there.
Thank you, Callie.
And that happens periodically. But it's so many things happening at one time, right? and
Right.
causing everything to go up, up, up.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. But costs, like I said, $100 just to get a little over a half tank of gas.
So,
You know,
Yeah.
Sonny, Callie sent you a PayPal.
she sent me a PayPal. Let me take a look.
Yeah.
Let me just see here. Dashboard. There's so many things I have. Oh, okay. Kelly did
Yes.
Yeah.
today. Oh, Kelly. I think you said Cal. Okay, right.
Callie.
Callie. Okay. I see the name. Okay, in my PayPal. Callie, thank you very much. Okay. Like I said, so we'll if you do a super sticker, or super chat, just put in there gift for money towards Kelsey's wedding. Okay. So just so when I see it in my YouTube studio, it will show that. Okay.
Right.
So do it as a super chat if you do. And then that way we know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Because not everyone has PayPal, and I'm sorry, I got enough things. I don't have Venmo or Cash App. Cash App is one I might look into, possibly.
I have Cash App. It's so easy.
I just, you know what I mean? It's kind of like having all these different messenger things. It's like, okay, I got enough though. Like I can send money through Interact, through this way, through that way. And then it's like, you know what I mean? But so I never even heard of Cash App up until recently. So thanks for starting that off, Callie, for doing that. Very generous of you. And yeah, so we'll see what we can get to. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to, like I
And
said,
then Adam's
one,
going to contact Becky, right?
pardon?
Go.
Oh
Come
yeah,
on.
no, I'm gonna come.
Come on, Adam. You're assigned the task.
Okay. I think for Callie, we'll just gloss. That was a nice little donation there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
Glossing for Callie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she wants me to say. But she started us off with, I'm gonna say it anyway. She started us off, I believe I have to convert it. I think it was a $50 donation, if I'm not mistaken.
Good for you, Callie.
Because it converts to my Canadian amount, right? So it will show like 61.60. So I'm pretty sure it was 50 that she donated. But regardless, it goes back to American, obviously, when it gets sent to
right.
Kelsey and her. What's her husband's name again? Matt, what's his name?
Caleb.
Oh, Caleb, is that okay? I have the old one's name still in my head for some reason.
I can't remember the old ones. I keep forgetting the old one's head. What was his name? What was his name?
I know. And
the old one.
Yeah.
Caleb probably doesn't want us to talk about it.
No, I was trying to think of him the other day.
I know. And the stupid thing is that I actually know, but it left my head the minute I said I heard Caleb.
Wasn't it it's a name that it's a common name.
Yeah, it was a common name.
Logan was Abby's boyfriend.
It's not Dick. Pretty sure it's not Dick.
Wasn't Abby's boyfriend's name Logan?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's.
Yep.
Okay.
Not Logan. Not Logan Maxwell.
No. Chase. That's it. Thank you, Lake Michigan.
Chase. Engel. Chase.
Yeah.
No, Chase.
No, not Chase Engel. That's I hope not. That's
No.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Okay, you guys, how smart do I look? Is it a smart look or is it a sexy look? I'm just curious. That's the old grandma look. If I do this, my twin wears her glasses like this and it drives me crazy because she refuses to wear progressives. So she sits there and that's fine. But she put them down on her nose so she can look over top. Okay, I seen a tweet from Kelsey a second ago. She says, I'm not naming names, but I think she meant to say if. Okay. Oh, my thing's making me look like Ooh. Okay, so she says, I'm not naming names, but if you're using my sister and Abby's story for views, I see you and I do not support you. There are people in the industry that seem to forget that there are real families advocating for these cases. We shouldn't have to deal with half of we do. So
Yeah.
yeah, so Kelsey's been, making a stance on um basically
Hmm.
the bullying and the different things going on with the channels and certain
Yeah.
channels, like, meaning it is hurtful.
Yeah.
It's one thing to fight for Abby and Libby, and yeah, if
Hmm.
you're literally doing it for views, okay, I don't really think I go out of my way at all to try to create any misleading titles. I don't even sit there and be like someone said earlier, right? Like breaking news or this or that. It's just
Yeah.
Delphi talk or this, um, meaning I see a lot of channels that do stuff like that, not just in true crime, but
Hmm.
meaning all over. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't try to glamorize. I might try to put out a nice front sometimes, like, creativity wise. If I'm having like talking about the bridge guy and put a nice, mask or just try something that's aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Today I did not, because that's the least of my worries. At the like it's always been about Abby and Libby. But
Yeah.
again, just the like I get it if people don't agree with maybe some of the things that the family has said or done or whatever, whatever, whatever. But there's a difference between saying something and attacking them,
Right.
and just being outright cruel and hurtful. And if this was done to, like I said, if the same thing happened to you and this wrath was coming at you or your child, you know,
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, Becky, I'm sorry to say this, but Becky has a cancer as well. She's like me, right? She's that fighting parent that will come out, you know, with gloves on for anyone that tries to hurt the family. Um, and that's exactly, it's like honestly, I would not want to be in their shoes. The devastation of
No.
their loss is great, far more than most people have had to bear.
Yeah.
Like to have these children murdered and then to have other people constantly sending making up videos that constantly belittle them all the time and stuff like that. Um, right,
Over dumb things, over silly
really
details
dumb
that don't
things
lead to
matter, like
anything.
the jacket. Like, did
Yeah.
Elsie really drop her off? At the thing, and I think it was this person, or I don't know. Yeah, it's like grow a brain, a cell on this stuff. Like it's just that I getting a shadow in the back of me. I guess the nighttime's creeping in. But anyways, I think Adam. I think he's turning into a werewolf. Is it a full moon? Probably yesterday. Yeah, yesterday still was like, it was just one of those days. I just, when it just seemed like it was just like even like meaning like we weren't really flowing. The
Yeah.
chat was whatever, and like meaning it's almost like when you have those pauses and you're just like, okay, whereas normally we're more flowing and stuff. It just was one of those inside odd vibe days, and then hence the blue moon or the blood moon. So it
Right.
which I
Yeah,
didn't
because it was
even know.
nothing directly between the three of us at all.
No, it was just one of those things where it was just, again, just the flow wasn't flowing like it normally does. And yet, yeah, it wasn't like we were arguing, but it was just like it wasn't as clicking as it normally is. And then hence the people that were coming in, and it was just like
Yeah.
it was just one of those
Yeah.
things where I was just like, oh, glad that live's over with.
Wait, is it Deb? Deb, did you yell at us yesterday?
Did I yell at? No, I
That's
didn't.
what
Maybe
it
that was
was.
what's wrong.
That's what was wrong. Deb didn't yell. We didn't get in trouble from Deb for anything.
Oh, she wasn't threatening
That's
to
the
leave us
problem.
again.
Let me make up for it today.
Yeah. We're gonna need one of Adam's facial expressions, like,
Like a deer caught in the headlights.
yeah, I was gonna say deer caught in the headlights. Wow.
What are you doing, Adam?
Yeah, Adam, what are you doing? I feel like I should be doing the same thing, Adam. Oh, I know. This is what I was doing earlier. Adam, did you see me earlier when I was doing this?
Mhm.
I was picking your nose. I was sitting there, here, Adam, get the fuck out. What's your mouth?
Oh, see, I was like, go for it.
Yeah, go for it. No, that's GF. Yeah. What else did I have here? These are just old. Brain dead. I should have that one in front of me. And there's, oh, there you go. That's Abby and Libby. There you go.
Yeah. John Smith, not every cancer, because my mom's friend died with a type of breast cancer that's very rare. And literally you have 18 months. It is horrendous. I can't even think of the name of it now, but it was absolutely horrendous cancer, unfortunately. So, and it depends on how far it's spread. But I do think that a holistic situation is better, like with looking at diet along with medications and treatments.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
My mom, who died of cancer back in 2015, she was trying to do both, but then she stopped doing her chemo. It's like she was incorporating both of them, but she really wasn't following both of them either, so that didn't really help, because she wasn't, my sister was buying her some of that THC oil or whatever, and she was making her like green juices and all that stuff, and trying to do it that way. Apparently hydrogen peroxide, the drinkable kind, is good for cancer. I read that multiple times.
What hydrogen peroxide is drinkable?
On there. Oh, there is. It's a food grade.
Okay, Trump.
Yeah. So
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So the bottom line is hydrogen peroxide. It's kind of like aspirin. It's and kind of like tea tree oil. It has so many multiple other purposes for it. But when you say the word hydrogen peroxide, it just sounds like, look at that shadow on my head.
Well, I know you can swish with it, but I don't know if I would swallow it.
Yes, it's the food grade kind.
Okay.
Yes, only because
don't everyone go get under your cabinet.
Yeah, no.
Peroxide.
Well, it's one of those. Look at the shadow thing. Only because when you're, like I said, when you're faced with dealing with it with somebody, you're Googling a ton of shit. And hydrogen peroxide. Actually, my twin told me about it, which made me go look it up. And yeah, but hydrogen peroxide in general is a multi-purpose thing that is for so many good things. And a lot of people don't know that about aspirin as well. It's just that aspirin usually hurts, like some people, it bothers their stomach. So yeah, and tea tree oil too. I use it as a mouthwash. Go ahead.
I think if you're dealing with cancer, I think do whatever the hell you have to do.
Correct. Right. Yeah.
Okay, whatever the hell you have to do.
Does that look funny? Do I look like I have a ball on my head? Look at, I'm a shadow.
Okay, I'm just reading here, and the only reason I look this up because I don't want you drinking it or using it if it's going to make you sick, Sonny. Hydrogen peroxide is a clear, odorless, and colorless liquid consisting of hydrogen and oxygen. It's available in dilutions ranging from 3 to 90%, some of which are sometimes used as an alternative health remedy. Advocates suggest that drinking a few drops of hydrogen peroxide diluted in water may help treat a range of illnesses, including diabetes and even some forms of cancer. However, medical professionals warn against the dangers of this practice.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of one of those things, right? I mean, obviously doctors want you to do it a specific way and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, and yeah, kind of what you said there. It's used for, different remedies, whatever. All I know is that what went through my head is that I have hydrogen peroxide in my house all the time for when I have wounds or cuts.
Yeah, and you can swish it. We used to do that when I worked at the dental office.
I do that with tea tree oil. If I want a mouthwash with tea tree oil, it just has such a powerful odor. The minute you open up that bottle, my husband is like, "Oh, what's that shit? Oh, that's that tea tree shit."
What is it, people? Which is it? Tea tree oil that people use to? It's called pulling or something that people will swish with.
No, that's coconut oil.
Coconut, and they have to do it for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Like you have to start and just do it for a couple minutes and build up because it's just a weird feeling.
I will just stick some bleach on my teeth and let it sit.
Yes.
which I need to do.
What do you put with the hydrogen peroxide?
No, just the white strips.
Oh, the white strips. Do you use those?
Yeah.
Yeah. How effective are those?
Well, I have like the professional trays, but I use the white strips like in between.
Yeah, Kelly says if I'm not on your next live, you'll know why. That's funny. So just to ask for Wednesday, are we going to be talking about the transcripts?
Well, I have a feeling we'll probably be talking about the
Logan. I guess we will too about that, but that can only last so long as well.
Oh, who knows? The last
we'll
time
discuss it.
We've talked about it for months.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, yeah, we'll discuss it, I guess. But, you know, again, maybe we'll do some call-ins again. Because like I said, Adam, not everyone likes to come in this way. Or their phones they're not set up properly. Because you have to have your settings proper in your phone. Jason Segal would know that problem.
Right.
But anyways, you have to have your settings. So if anyone does want to, we'll do it where they can have some call-ins too. And to come into the Discord. And hopefully at some point in the not too distant, but in the still a little while future, we'll probably move over to Discord and Streamlabs so that we can have, it's cooler. It's cooler to be able to use that stuff. And like, let's just say Callie donated there. Instead of just seeing it there, you know, her name would be popping up saying, well, off of PayPal. That Callie donated, it counts your subscribers, lets you know, like when I'm in, if I go over to my Streamlabs right now, it will tell me who subscribed to the channel, you know, yeah, so it's very cool that way, but like I said, the reason why you have, it just reminded me, Adam, the reason why you have to use like say Discord or one of those type of other secondary applications is because if I was just doing it by myself, I could just stream live myself on Discord on Streamlabs. But in order to have you two in as well, I have to use something like Discord where you simply use the camera and features of Discord, which looking at it, it seems pretty simple. We just go on camera still. And I show files from there and stuff like that. Into the Streamlabs, but Streamlabs allows that layer face in a sense, if you want to call it that. Like I said, so when people do donate and blah 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 blah, or become a member, become a subscriber, you know, boom, 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 like fireworks going off, boom, boom. Because I'm more of the creative person, stuff like that appeals to me. Because let me put it this way, I don't care how in a sense, but if I donate and I see something that pops up on the screen or I become a member and it kind of flashes your thing, it's a little special just for that moment that you saw it, you know? So I always like to try to do things that create a little bit more fun or, you know, just a little bit cooler things. And Streamlabs is cool that way. So, yeah. So it'd be through Discord. Yeah. Which you guys are both on it anyway. Yeah, it's just that Streamlabs you can do it, but it's not. But I need it to do more than what Streamlabs allows or Yard allows. Sorry. Yeah. So what else are people saying here? I'm not even sure where we are. If I'm not. Oh yeah, right. Let's see. Peace not silent. Yes, they do, John. I paid a vet bill for a skunk that had cancer. Oh, okay. It was a hell of a trip, but it was cancer.
I bet it was a smelly trip.
Hey, I had a pet skunk. My older sister Paula bought one. It was $100, and that was back 40 years ago now, if not longer, actually.
Did you have like the what am I trying to think? There's a stink gland or whatever removed from it?
Yes, removed, right. And then the stupid skunk kept biting us, and I still have my scar marks from it. And kept biting us. And so I got my little crown on my head. Oh, it's irritating me. and then it ran away from that farm. There was this place in Chilliwack called Flintstone Park. When we were growing up, it's a bedrock city. And there was a little farm next to that. But so yeah, skunk ran off and probably bit the guy, to be honest. And then, but yeah, it doesn't have his like scent detector thing to, spray.
Yeah.
Because it was a pet. But certain animals just don't belong as pets, really. It's kind of, I don't know.
When we lived in our the house we lived before this one, the people next door, their dog kept getting sprayed by a skunk. He would, as soon as he saw one, he'd go after it. It was horrible.
So for anyone that is interested, it looks like Murder Sheet released their episode early of the podcast.
Oh.
And, there's a 46-minute episode that just came out called The Delphi Murders Search Warrant.
Oh, they released it instead of releasing it.
Right.
Oh, that makes it worse.
The about section says, about 2 weeks after the murders of Liberty German and Abigail Williams, the authorities raided a house where Keegan Kline lived with his father. This was in February of 2017. In this episode, we'll talk about the March 2017 search warrant, focusing on Ron Logan, the man who owned the property where the girls were found murdered. That's the only little synopsis it gives.
Mm.
So, unfortunately, we can't play it on here because they'll copyright strike us. But
yeah, they won't get a copyright strike.
Really? What did they release it on?
The podcast app.
Podcast. Okay.
Yeah, they usually upload their stuff to YouTube like after they release the podcast.
Yeah.
And I think they'll release the documents tomorrow, unless they're out. They could be out somewhere already. I don't know.
I'm just gonna repost these links, you guys. Again, come on, my little subscribers, become a member. Let me make more emojis. $1.99. $1.99.
All right, and you can then join our Facebook group and participate in conversations and find out news we release there.
Yeah,
information,
and that's the PayPal link. So if anyone wants to send anything for PayPal for Kelsey's wedding, as a group, as a whole, or whatever, again, thanks to Kelly for that, and that is called Bless Your Caring Heart PayPal link. Okay, and
the search warrant. So I have a copy of the search warrant. Do you want me to send it to you, Sonny?
Sure.
Yeah, send it to her.
Yeah, send it to me. Give it to me.
Where did you find it?
On Murder Sheet's Facebook page.
No, sweet.
Look at you.
Look at you Becky lover.
You little sleuth.
Yeah, you little sleuth. Come sleuth with us.
See, I can multitask.
Okay, is it in
It's still sending.
Okay. Ding. Okay, there it is.
I'll send it.
Let's see how well we can see it on here. Share screen. Facebook. Share. And let's just move us out of the way for a minute. Just to make it bigger. Bigger is better. Okay. Did you want to read that, Adam, or?
I'm not reading all 11 pages of it, but we could take turns.
Oh, was there 11? Oh, was there 11 pages?
Yeah, it's an 11-page PDF.
Oh, shit. Well, you're correct. Huh. Okay, well, who wants... let's see here. Let's see. How about... Let's do it this way. You guys want us to read this or not? I just don't want you guys to be bored. Or I guess you guys can just go get it yourself. Does anybody want us to read it? Hey, where's my comments? How come I don't see chat? It's like all the comments disappeared. I see. Oh no, here it's coming back. I think I'm lagging. Am I lagging, guys?
You're not lagging, but everyone's saying yes. We'll go ahead and read it because I don't think anyone else has done it yet.
Okay. How about this? Would you want to each do like one page at a time or 2 pages?
Let's do 1 page at a time.
1 page at a time. Okay. So who wants to start it off?
You can, Sonny.
Okay, I'll start it off. Then who next?
Deb.
Wait, we can't hear her.
Where's Deb?
Deb? Let's see. Yeah, we'll just.
Thank God she's gone.
Fuck yeah. Hallelujah. What a bitch. What? It's those blondes, you know, you just.
Right. No, we need her to come back because I don't want to read any more than I have to.
This is true. All right. If we missed you, Deb, just saying. Loved you, miss you. Sorry you're not a Cancer. She might be a Cancer, but a different type of cancer. You know what I'm saying?
Deb, are you back?
Oh, darn it. I guess we'll just have to go on without her, Adam. Heaven forbid our life is going to feel freer. I feel.
No. One day we're really going to piss her off and she's going to take off on us.
I know, right? One day she's going to mean that. I've had it up to here with you two, you know? And we'll be like, okay. You'll be back.
Do you want to start reading it or do you have to let her back in?
Well, it was just because she probably wanted to hear it too.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Right. Always those blondes. I wish I could think of about 100 blonde jokes right now.
I used to be pretty blonde.
Okay. So, yeah. Yeah. You know what? I was blonde as a kid too. Like as a kid. My hair was dirty blonde, actually. Oh, God. There she is. Oh, we missed you.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the playback of what you said while I was gone.
Nothing.
Actually, I started crying.
I think Adam started crying. See?
Liars.
Yeah. No. His face might not show it, but he was in deep pain over here.
I started a hashtag bring Deb back.
Right. Yeah.
Sure you did.
Free Deb from Sunny and okay. So Deb, I'll start the first page and then you want to do the second and then Adam the third and then we'll just continue like that.
Sure.
Would that be fair enough?
Sure.
Okay.
However you want to do it.
People have probably started reading this part already. Okay, so let's see here. Nicole Robertson swears or affirms that she believes and has good cause to believe evidence of a homicide is located in the residence of Ronald Logan, located at Delphi, Indiana, situated, let me move that out of the way, in the county of Carroll, in said state, which is described as a white 2-story single-family dwelling, situated in the county of Carroll, in said state, including the detached garage, outbuildings, or a white Ford F-250 with that VIN, states as follows. I, Nicole Robertson, am a specialist agent with the Federal Bureau, we'll just say FBI, and have been employed as such for 12 years. Prior to her employment as an FBI agent, Nicole Robertson was employed as I don't know what that is, a Sauk Village police officer for approximately 6 years. Nicole is assigned to the Maryville Resident Agency and currently participates in the investigation of all violent crimes. On February 13th, 2017, at approximately 1 p.m., juvenile victims, hereafter referred to as LG and AW, were taken to the Monan High Bridge Trail located in Delphi. LG and AW were walking the trail in the area of County Road 300 and 575 west near, we don't need the longitude, approximately 2:13, which was the time of the last contact with LG and AW by cellular device. The victims were to be picked up by a family member at 3 p.m., and the victims never met with the family member. Approximately 5:30 was the last successful ping of the cellular phone by AT&T. The victims, LG and AW, were located deceased on February 14th, 2017 at approximately 12:17 p.m. on the above listed longitude and latitude, having been victims of murder in accordance with the Indiana Code. Okay, and let me scroll. And Deb?
A suspect has been developed of a white male wearing a blue jacket with a heavy physical build, wearing a cap and blue jeans. The development of this suspect was made by a 43-second video taken on LG's phone, where the suspect follows the victims as they are walking on the Monon High Bridge Trail. Near the end of the video, the suspect speaks to the victim saying, "Down the hill." It sounds as though he is directing the victim to leave the trail they were on and entered the wooded area below. No person has come forward and identified himself as the person who met the victims and made the statement in LG's video. Therefore, it is believed that the person in LG's video participated in the killings. Images of the suspect have been broadcast on the news media since February 15, 2017, as a person of interest. LG and AW are presumed to have made contact with the unknown male at approximately 2:13 p.m. based upon analysis of LG's cell phone, which recorded the video. On February 14, 2017, at approximately 12:17 p.m., victims LG and AW were found dead with wounds caused by a redacted weapon on the property owned by Ron Logan. A large amount of blood was lost by the victims at the crime scene. Because of the nature of the victim's wounds, it is nearly certain that the perpetrator of the crime would have gotten blood on his person or clothing. The location of the crime scene is approximately 1,400 feet from Logan's residence. Logan is 77-year-old male. Logan's physical build is consistent with that of the male suspect videoed by LG on the Monon High Bridge Trail. Logan owns farmland and cares for large farm animals. Logan appears to be in good physical condition, and Logan has been interviewed several times. His voice is not inconsistent with the person in the video.
I mean, should we read the whole thing or should we talk about it after every page?
Yeah, let's let's talk about this.
Because like that one had some stuff in it.
Yeah, it does. Okay. So, chat. What's some thoughts going on in chat here? And let's see here. Anyways, okay. Deb, Adam, do you guys have anything that you wanted to that you didn't know in anything you've read so far?
Well, for me, it's not necessarily that I didn't know it, but
Yeah.
it's the first time I've seen it in print.
Correct.
Right.
About, I mean,
the weapon,
the large amount.
And it sounds like that's verifying a knife because the large amount of blood that would have been on clothing.
Right.
Yeah.
And just the size of the redaction, you can kind of tell.
Right. I was going to say the size of the redaction.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be a knife weapon. Probably like maybe a bladed weapon or whatever, you know, like a something weapon.
And, you know, I would say it's probably inevitable that the unredacted versions of this is probably going to come out, and then that's probably going to be confirmation of you know, how they died.
Right.
Whether it should be released or not. To me, that reading this already, I'm questioning, you know, whether this should have been released, but it doesn't change the fact that we're going to read it.
Yeah. Callie, I'm going to see Callie. Callie says, sorry, Deb, this is going right in front of your face here. This should stop rumors of girls being killed elsewhere. I mean, the blood is everywhere. Okay. Yeah. So correct. Maybe that will stop some of that if there was, because I think everyone's been thinking that, you know, like we know that Ron Logan said pristine, but that was after the fact. But it was said that there wasn't very much blood at the crime scene as well. So
where was that said?
A large amount of blood was lost by the victims at the crime scene. It's right there on the screen.
I thought you just said there was not a lot. Did you say there was a lot?
Yeah, it says right there on the.
Yeah, I know it says it here, but it sounded like you said Ron Logan says it was pristine and that there wasn't much there.
No, sorry, that was two different things. Ron Logan had said it was pristine, and a lot of people kept saying, well, like he said it was pristine. Well, yeah, after the fact of them cleaning up stuff. But it was also said separately that there wasn't much blood at the crime scene, hence why they thought that the bodies were moved, the speculation was. But in this case, we're seeing a large amount of blood was lost. You know, and you can clearly see in that Devil's Hop Yard video that's a knife in somebody in that video, you know?
Yeah.
It's not a bow and arrow. It's It's a 9.
Something else. So when was there a date on the search warrant on the first page?
On this one, yeah. Let me take a look. Do you see it, Deb? No, there's not.
February 13th. Oh no.
No.
March 5. Well, the warrant. This page was filed March 17th, 2017.
So something I found interesting was if you read down something else other than, I think we're past it now.
Okay, go ahead. So this is okay. We're at the first page. What are you looking for?
Yeah, go back to the second page.
Okay, second page. Yeah. Okay, let's see. The development of the suspect was made by video, a 43-second video.
Right.
The development
male wearing a blue jacket, a heavy physical build.
Oh, yeah, wearing a cap and blue jeans. Yeah.
The development of it was made by a 43-second video as they're walking. It sounds as though he is directing the victims to leave the trail they were on and enter the wooded area below.
You can get a copy from this document on the murder sheets. Is it in?
You have to be a member, though.
Yeah, of the group.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be out. I mean, I already have it in my files, but I don't have anywhere to share it to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides through like email or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, just John, if you're in that members group for the murder sheets, if not, just request to join it as well, or yeah.
So where were we just reading? Like where the part where it said the blood? Okay,
that was just down a little bit further. One sec, Adam. I got to keep switching windows here. That's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. It's just as I'm scrolling, I have to go to the Facebook window. So right here.
So it's okay. So it so we now know. So it was 1,400 feet from Logan's residence, and then it says Logan is a 77-year-old male. Logan's physical build is consistent with that of the male suspect videoed by LG on the Moan High Bridge Trail. And that's the part that's going to cause all of those Ron Logan people to start saying again. But he clearly was a suspect, because if you go down just a little bit further,
was correct.
It says that even by and this is what I started saying, by even by March, whatever date this was done, it says he had been interviewed several times already.
Yeah.
Now,
but the one thing you could do if Ron Logan's not a POI for you is think about Ron Logan's physical appearance and his size, and then know that that's comparable.
Remember, this is the time that people felt like that he was getting framed. Okay, right. But see, it says his voice is not inconsistent, meaning that to say it's consistent.
Right. Yeah. They're saying his build is consistent and his voice is consistent.
And his voice. So this isn't the beginning of time. Okay. But again, hence the younger sketch. So try to remember that. Remember when we said for anyone watching this video, for people to use their brains on this one?
Yeah.
Okay. This is when Ron Logan felt like he was being framed. And like I said, it wouldn't shock me. So for this person, I'm just trying to picture a 77-year-old Ron, just hands in the pocket, just scooting along the bridge.
Yeah, Ron Logan is not the bridge guy, but clearly they did,
But but this is when they thought he was, right? Like, because they thought that he could possibly be. And the voice thing, well, we know that there's no way you can tell. But yeah. So anyways, is there anything anyone else wants to talk about, Deb or Adam or anybody in chat about this first 2 pages? I mean, you guys can look at it, and then we can.
Yeah, those were the things that jumped out at me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm loving this. But what is going through my head right now is a lot of this information is stuff that Doug Carter didn't seem to want to let us know.
Right.
Right. So why is this coming out? He didn't want to tell us about the video and how long it was and different things.
Right. You're gonna have to change the name of the video tonight, Sonny.
Yeah, I am, honestly.
Yeah. I wish we could change it now so that people.
You know what? I can. I think. Let me see if I can. I believe I can.
If you scroll down, I'll go ahead and read page 3.
Yeah. Okay. Wait till you read the first sentence on page 3. Wow. Go ahead.
This is page 3 then.
Okay. It was also discovered that the blank of one of the victims was missing from the crime scene while the rest of their clothing was recovered. It also appeared the girls' bodies were moved and staged. Based upon my training and experience, it is uncommon for perpetrators of this type of crime to take a souvenir or in some fashion memorialize a crime scene, whether by photos or electronic or digital methods that are then downloaded onto computers, storage devices, tablets, phones, iPad devices, or other electronic devices that store digital data for later viewing, scanning, or copying. What does that mean? Sorry.
Read that again. Say it again.
It also appeared that the girls' bodies were moved and staged. Based on my training and experience, it is common for perpetrators of this type of crime to take a souvenir or in some fashion memorialize the crime scene, whether by photos or electronic or digital methods that are then downloaded onto computers, storage devices, tablets, phones, iPad devices, or other electronic devices that store digital data for later viewing, scanning, or copying.
And that means that they feel it was recorded. And if you remember, Robert Ives said the scene looked like something you would want to take a picture of.
Right. So that's, yeah. Wow.
It wouldn't let me change.
And I think it's verified that people for years have said they wondered if Libby's jacket or something else was taken of one of the girls. And that's verified. Something was taken of one of the girls.
Hair, you mean?
I'm wondering if that word is, well, I don't want to speculate that.
Or electronics.
We don't.
I was thinking of a long.
I'm missing my.
Clearly it's a long word. And I was thinking underwear.
It could be. It's jacket, underwear, something.
Well, I'm just looking at if you look at the size of the if you look at the size of the retraction, you know, jacket would be about the same size as the word clothing that's right underneath it.
Yeah.
So I would think it would be a longer word than jacket.
Yeah.
But
that's
you're
right here.
I think you're right.
Where are you talking about? What part
the
is
first sentence? The redacted area.
That redacted line clearly is an item of clothing, and to me, the longest item of clothing they would have been wearing would have been most likely.
Okay.
But that's just speculating. You know, we probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You know, but.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Oh, sorry. I got to put the thing back up. When I left it, I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, yeah. So sorry.
So
did you change the thing? Did you change the title, Sonny?
No, it wouldn't allow me while I was doing the live, or it had to be in a future date. I'll change it after. I it's too bad. I mean, maybe word of mouth people can come if they are not haven't seen this yet. You know, can come over. So if you guys know anyone that whatever, message them if they haven't, because this is very interesting to say the least.
And you could even bookmark where we start reading it, so that people know where to go if they want to see this part.
Yeah, the two basically, I think it was about the 1 hour and
45 minutes. Right?
Yeah, so I think a little bit later, but okay, yeah.
Right.
Sweet.
LG and AW had no signs of a struggle or fight. During the processing of the crime scene, investigators located unknown fibers and unidentified hairs, which may later be used for comparison of similar fibers or hairs. Logan owns numerous weapons, including handguns and knives, that were observed by law enforcement officers during the execution of a search warrant that took place at his home on March 6, 2017. Logan's home was searched as a result of a probation violation. The search was limited to the discovery of firearms and included only his main residence. Well, now that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because why would they have only been looking for firearms?
The search was limited to because the gun was used when they cocked the gun.
Yeah.
Remember?
Why wouldn't they have been looking? Why wouldn't they have been looking for blades unless there was a blade left at the scene?
Right.
Sorry, say that again.
To me, that means the blade was left at the scene.
The knife.
There was there's been a rumor.
That's what I'm saying. It's always been a rumor, but you know, because they wouldn't have. They were searching for a gun, but not a knife, which means
the knife was at the scene.
They already had it. Wait, no, that's never been confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. But to me, that was because of double hop yards thing. To me, that
Right.
was like a given that it was left there.
On February 14th, 2017, at approximately 9:20 a.m., Logan contacted his cousin, redacted. Logan asked blank to tell the police that blank came to Logan's home between 2 and 2:30 on February 13th to pick Logan up. Logan further told blank to say that blank drove Logan to an aquarium store in Lafayette, Indiana. Logan told blank
Oh,
to say they returned home to Logan's house between 5 and 5:30. So he tried to have an alibi.
ah, yeah. Logan further told this person, investigator, whatever, or whoever, to say that blank drove Logan to an aquarium store.
Right. Because he didn't have a driver's license, right?
Yeah.
So that's all that probably is. I mean, it's still the same
Okay.
alibi. He's just asking this
Okay.
to cover him so that he wasn't said to be driving.
Right.
Yeah. This isn't going to jeopardize the case at all, Lake Michigan. I don't believe this stuff is coming out for a purpose.
Right.
I think so too.
Yeah. I mean, come on, this would have been out a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think the other thing that it's cleared up is that, people speculated that Libby probably fought really hard, and it looks like neither girl. It probably happened as such a shock and so quickly.
Yeah.
Something happened to quickly incapacitate them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Adam, did you finish your part?
There's just one line. On February 14th, 2017, while requesting consent to search Logan's property, a law enforcement officer advised Logan that law enforcement officers would not search his home unless evidence led law enforcement officers to Logan's house. In that meeting, Logan told the law enforcement officer that he did not think evidence would lead them to that, but said, "I don't know."
Okay. Okay. So let's see. A receipt from Aquarium World in Lafayette dated February 13th, 2017, with a checkout time of 5:21 p.m. was found in Logan's home on March 6, 2017, during a probation violation search. Logan resides approximately 22 miles from the store. It would take approximately 30 minutes to get to the store from Logan's home. On March 6, 2017, during an interview with LEO, Logan said he was picked up by blank around 3 p.m. and was taken straight to the aquarium store in Lafayette. Am I saying that right? Lafayette?
Lafayette.
Lafayette. Okay. Let me just say Lafayette because it's one of those tongue twisters in my head now. In the March 6, 2017 interview, Logan said he was done at the aquarium store. He was driven straight home. These statements were found to be factually false and intentionally designed to deceive LEOs. On March 7th, 2017, Blank was interviewed by LEO. Blank told the LEO that he was with Logan on Monday, February 13th, 2017, and that Blank drove Logan to the aquarium store in Lafayette. On March 9th, 2017, Blank was interviewed by another LEO regarding the trip to the aquarium. Blank told the LEO that he had lied. When he was interviewed by the LEO on March 7, 2017, at Logan's request, Blank explained that Logan had never asked Blank to lie for him in the past. Blank knows that Logan has driven his vehicle while on probation, is prohibited from doing so. Blank also said that Logan did not ask him to lie for Logan when Logan drove to the transfer station earlier in that day. They're referring to Pat Brown here. Blank on March 12th, 2017, Blank explained in an interview to an LEO that Logan called him on the morning of February 14th and asked him to provide the alibi for Logan's drive to the aquarium in Lafayette. This phone call was made prior, and go ahead, Deb.
Okay. Was made prior
Can I
to
say-
LEO's discovery.
Oh,
What?
go ahead.
I would say,
Yep.
can I say something really quick? It was actually
Sure.
back on the third page, but that also answers the fact that they have hair.
Yes.
That they have
They have what?
That they have
We've heard that.
unidentified hair.
Yes. Yeah. Because that's been brought up many times about the hair that they for a souvenir, basically. Mhm.
Well, no, know that they found unidentified hair at the scene.
Oh, they found the unidentified hair. That's what you're referring to? Okay.
Right.
Yep. Okay. And so I'm going to have to reread this whole part that I just read because when I'm talking, I'm absorbing some of it, but I want to. It's when there's all this redaction that you're just kind of all of a sudden your brain starts going, okay, is that, okay, what, and so anyone want to comment on this part that was just read, or Deb or Adam or anybody else? And if not, just keep.
I think that the redacted person is Ron's cousin. Is that what it says?
Mm-hmm.
What
Yes, it says
Ron. It was his cousin. Okay.
Yes, that is his cousin.
Didn't pick that up as I was reading that or whatever. Okay, so Deb, go ahead.
Okay. LEO's discovery of LG and AW's deceased bodies. Based on investigators' experience, it is reasonable to believe that the creation of an alibi prior to the discovery of a crime indicates culpability of knowledge of the crime. Blank said he thought that the photograph of the male that was released by the media of the man on the bridge looked like Logan. LEO's leaned. That doesn't even make sense.
Learned.
Gosh, I can't see. Learned that Logan had driven on February 13th, 2017 to the transfer station in Delphi, Indiana to drop off trash. Video from the transfer station shows Logan driving to his white Ford pickup truck between 11:27 and 11:32 a.m. The video from the transfer station appears to be off by 26 minutes, putting Logan at the transfer station from approximately 11:53 and 11:58. Logan did not ask Blank to provide an alibi for his drive to the transfer station on February the 13th, 2017. Logan only asked Blank to provide an alibi for a trip that had occurred at the time of the apparent abduction of Libby German and of LG and AW. On March 8th, 2017, Blank was interviewed, a much longer name, was interviewed by LEO's. Blank met Logan about 7 or 8 years ago. Blank was in a personal relationship with Logan for a couple months and would stay with him in his home on the weekends. Blank left Logan after he became physically abusive during her interview. Blank explained that Logan continued to stalk and harass Blank after the breakup. During the relationship, Logan had dragged Blank out of her car by her hair. Blank still fears Logan. Blank has not had contact with Logan in approximately 2 years, and Blank told interviewers that Logan had told her in the past that he would kill her and no one would find her body. During her March 8, 2017 interview, Blank said that she knew Logan carried a gun everywhere he went. Who's next?
That would be Adam. This is, unless anybody wants to, well, we'll just let's see. Oh, Logan is crazy, right? So this kind of tells me a bit more about Logan.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Do we know who he was dating, Deb?
I have a suspicion of someone, but I would want to talk to Jenica to confirm that.
Yeah.
Jenica, where are you?
Jenica.
Where are you? Who dis?
Who dis?
She's hiding in the background. Watch her.
We'd like to know who dis this redacted.
Yeah, because what would be nice is to put names when we're privately, put names over top of the this where it's all blacked out.
We'll figure it out like we did the last redacted script.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it won't be too hard. He's not the misunderstood sweet old man with a drinking problem. I never thought he was a sweet old man, to be honest. He's got his things going. He's got his skeletons, definitely. Okay.
But it is important to remember while we're reading this, like I said, again, it's super early. Yes. And he died in January of this year, and so, I mean, if there had been evidence that they found to connect him to the actual murder, they would have arrested him.
Yeah. And not only that, hence why when this was done, originally they thought it was an older person. And then they come to know that it was a much younger person. They, like Doug Carter says, through information, through new information. And I'm sure that they were able to, they might have known a lot sooner that it was younger, who knows, but then they had to make sure before they brought it back out to the public that it, you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to just do this to the family, and they had to have it right. before they put out that second sketch.
Right.
Because this was a big, huge sadness for the community, for the families to learn that 2 years that they had been looking for this older guy. And so, hopefully people will start, like I said, putting 2+2 a little bit better together with how many times too I've said, and I'm sure you guys know this and have said as well, just stay on the path. Don't venture far off from the path of what's being told, because a lot of the answers in a sense are there. Right. And like I said, so when all these people still keep wanting to think it's like Ron Logan or someone that's like really old, again, this was back in 2017. 2019 was a whole different story. They would have never have hurt the families by making such, an uneducated guess of just going, oh, we think he's younger now. They would have had to have had information, facts, whatever to back it up. Okay.
And the item of clothing that was redacted earlier could have easily been sweatshirt or also tennis shoe.
Yeah.
I said underwear, but it could have easily been tennis shoe or sweatshirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. Because, one shoe missing.
Well, think of the shoe tree, Like, so, like, not that our shoe would be on the shoe tree, but just meaning, like, who knows? Again, but you know what? At the end of the day, there's that's not something I'll need to dissect. It's not going to make or break the case. If we know if it was a piece of underwear, we just know that he was a crotch sniffer or something like that, and like to have stuff like that. If it was underwear or if it was a shoe, it was something that was deemed as a memento or whatever it was. But that will not make or break the case. So on there, I'm more interested in the names of who we're talking about, to be honest with you. That is where the information lies more so. So go ahead, Adam, whenever you're ready.
During her March 8th, 2017 interview, Blank said that she knew Logan.
No, wait a minute, Adam. I did not finish that last.
Yeah, she didn't finish that last sentence. Logan carried a gun. Start there.
I started reading it on page 5.
I know, but I didn't. You started down below where
she just read up
Logan
to here.
I ended. Logan carried a gun everywhere he went. And
okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just reread it. I apologize.
No,
you didn't read it at all.
Read it.
Oh, I didn't?
No, you started here. But you need to start. Just start here again, Adam.
Yeah.
Very top of the page.
Logan carried a gun everywhere he went. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Everywhere he went. Blank knew that Logan would carry a gun in a fanny pack. Blank described Logan's fanny packs as one made out of a nicer material. Excuse me. During her March 8, 2017 interview, Blank told law enforcement officers when she first saw the photograph of the man on the bridge, she thought the police were looking for Logan because she thought the photograph was Logan. Blank did not initially realize that the photograph was that of the suspect. A call placed using Logan's cell phone produced cell tower data that shows Logan's cell phone tower to be in or around his property on February 13th, 2017 at 2:09 p.m. Although his exact location cannot be confirmed, the tower data shows that Logan's cell phone was in the Delphi area and the area of the Monan High Bridge Trail. An analysis of Logan's cell phone data revealed a text message sent from his phone at 7:56 on February 13, 2017. Initial exam of this analysis indicates Logan's phone was likely outside of his residence and in the proximity of where Liberty German and Abigail Williams' bodies were located. An analysis of Logan's cell phone data revealed a text message received by his phone at 10:16 on February 13th, 2017. Initial exam of this analysis indicates Logan's phone was likely outside of his residence and in the proximity of where Liberty German and Abigail Williams' bodies were located. Logan met with law enforcement officers on or about February 17, 2017, while they were on his property. Logan was physically able to get up and down the hill from his home to the crime scene. Excuse me. On March 14th, 2017, Logan's former housemate, Blank, was interviewed. Blank resided with Logan from about September 2016 through December of 2016.
Okay. How anyone could be corrupt in Delphi? Like, I'm the crazy one. Well, we know that there's a lot of corruptness going on in Delphi.
Yeah.
Like, we know that. Judge Fouts.
Yeah, we don't think you're crazy. We've been talking about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if that's in reference to yesterday's conversation about like the officers or not, but we do know how corrupt Delphi is in a lot of ways with certain people and different things. Like I said, all you have to do is take a look at good old Judge Fouts there to know that. But there's more than just him, you know. But again, it's the good with the bad. You know, there's a lot more good people out there than there is bad people. But I'm not sure about in Delphi and Indiana in particular, to be honest.
What do you both make out of his cell phone being there too?
I know. Yeah.
That's shocking. Like,
yes.
Two things went through my head. Number one, okay, well, that's pretty telling. And number two, was it in his jacket and somebody wore his jacket?
So this leads me back, Deb. This leads me back to my initial things about the hat of the BG, the dent in it is pretty much verbatim to Ron Logan's. Now, remember, this is when they think Ron Logan's the BG, but he's not.
Right.
You know,
and they point out a fanny pack.
Yeah, well, fanny pack, a nice one. You know, and then the jacket, and you know, many people thought the jacket looked like his. Now, regardless of that, that hat is verbatim. So it was either this. If to me, I was 50-50 on Ron Logan. I still never included him or excluded him because of that hat in particular, because it was one of those things. Either they went into his house while he was away or whatever and took out clothing, which seems more, you know, like not as reasonable as if he was perhaps part of it because of perhaps making money off of the meth and the different things and whatever. So this is giving me a bit of that eye opener again, because that hat has that same god dang exact dent. I still have it. I've showed it, but I haven't showed you as much as I've looked at it on videos, just because it's one of those things, right? I know what I'm looking at. I literally spent time cutting out each piece of the Bridge Guy's hat and Ron Logan's hat. And then I was able to use it in the 3D art in a sense. And so I could manipulate the one, because obviously the hats are looking different directions in a sense. And it was like a glove to me, that hat with the same dent. It was like a glove. So for me, that's always been a thing. Did someone go into Ron Logan's house while he was away and intentionally have him leave the property? You know, or was he involved? And, you know, so that's very telling about that ping for sure. Anyways, yeah. Is anyone saying anything in chat there? Oh, Callie, are you swearing again? You know, where's my Streamlabs? My Streamlabs is here.
Just use the word CP or for porn, or leave the O out.
Yeah.
Like I said, or you can use it as you can use a 0.
Yeah, or a 0. That's a good idea.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see here. I see, because I'm not sure where. When I was playing around on my iPad one day, and I was like, oh, look at these little cool features. So I'm going to have to look on my iPad later where Mr. Bot is. So I'll have to figure that out later. I need to write the sticky notes, what to do. Thundercat has subscribed. Could be Sunny. Oh, okay. You know,
whose turn is it to read?
Mine. I just got to minimize this and then come back here. Okay. So. This is great. Thank you, Murder Sheets, once again. December of 2016, Blank was in a sexual relationship with Logan on and off for approximately 3 years. During the interview with Elios, Blank said when she first learned that AW and LG were missing and then found dead near Logan's home, her initial thought was that Logan was involved. Blank said in her interview that she feared Logan and even previously told her baby's father if she ever ended up dead, Logan did it. On March 14th of 2017, Blank explained in her interview that Logan had been violent with her in the past. Blank explained that on July 4th, 2016, while at Logan's home, Logan punched her in the face, knocking her down. Blank explained that she was drinking, but Logan was completely sober during the incident. Blank also explained that Logan was angry because she disrespected Logan while in Logan's home. Oh, looks like another abuser, huh? On February 13th of 2017, LG's family began searching the area of the trail where LG and AW were initially dropped off, beginning shortly after 3 p.m. LG's family and other community members joined the search shortly thereafter. Carroll County Sheriff's Office was notified at approximately 5:30 p.m. that LG and AW were missing. Once the search for LG and AW began, no one reported seeing any person matching the description of the male on the bridge. The FBI has established a database for the collection and organization of tips provided by the public in this case. A search of the database has revealed 15 tips in which citizens, both known and anonymous, attributed the crime to Logan for various reasons. Based on the aforementioned facts, Logan was in the area at the time of the crime occurred, and that he provided false information about his activities. And then go ahead, Deb.
During the crime to law enforcement, has a poor prior propensity for violence, employed others to assist in deceiving law enforcement, and plotted an alibi for a crime that he had not yet discovered.
Okay,
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay, no. I guess we're learning that he's quite the abuser, aren't we?
Right.
Right, Amber Heard. At Amber Heard, right? It's it's like, he has skeletons, but when I'm reading this, my heart's very sad just to know that he was doing this to this lady. By the same token. Okay, go ahead, Deb. Sorry.
Okay. Information to be searched and things to be seized. 1, based on the aforementioned facts, I believe there is probable cause to believe that Ronald Logan has committed the crime of murder, and evidence of that could be found on Ron Logan's property. Number 2, the affiant?
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 I think it's supposed to be affidavit. No, affiant?
I think it's supposed to be a defendant. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. The affiant's request a warrant to search Ronald Logan's property located at blank Delphi, Indiana 46923, described as a white 2-story single-family dwelling, including his detached garage, outbuilding, and vehicle. A white Ford F-250 bearing VIN 1FTNX21L54EB25946 for evidence related to the murders of LG and AW for the following property. 3, any of the evidence pertaining to a murder, including clothing, forensic evidence, blood, seen and unseen, hair, bodily fluids, seen and unseen, fibers, weapons, including guns and cutting instruments, electronic devices used to produce the cellular signals detected by law enforcement in the area of the crime scene, animal hair samples. 4, computers and computer equipment, digital storage devices, tapes, cassettes, cartridges, streaming tape, commercial software and hardware, computer disk, flash drives, disk drives, monitors, computer printers, modems, tape drives, disk application programs, data disks, system disk, operating systems, magnetic media, floppy disk, computer software, hardware, and software operating manuals, tape systems and hard drives and other computer-related operation equipment, digital cameras, scanners, in addition to computer photographs, graphic interchange formats, and or photographs, undeveloped photograph films, slides, or other visual depictions of such graphic interchange format equipment, and the data stored within these materials, which has been used or may be used to store evidence of the crime research ways to conceal a crime or destroy a crime scene. Adam, do we want to talk about any of that, or?
That was a whole lot of devices.
Whoa, really?
And I mean, I thought it was odd that they specified animal hair samples.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that's always been another rumor.
Right. He has horses. I'm sure he has a dog.
Right. And they said unidentified hair was found at the scene earlier, and then they asked they wanted to take hair samples from animals during the search warrant.
Right.
Yeah. IPP. I have wondered this since that video came out, to be honest with you. The only thing that stops me from thinking too deep into this, and not because it's not possible, is just because of the crime scene. Now, this is where I would have probably connected Fouts perhaps in some way to this, that if people were planning something, he would be that perfect person to tell you what to do, and how to get away with it in the sense, the protection. Mm-hmm. And so to me, if anyone, a judge definitely, and would definitely be able to try to pin it, for instance, perhaps on Ron Logan or whatever, but how the crime scene, was left in the sense of what, obviously they're missing that one piece.
If he's concerned about being disrespected, if that's something that ticks him off, my mind goes to, I wonder if Libby and Kelsey, when they were there geocaching the day before, if they were on his property. That would be something I would like to know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so, and he said, let's just quickly, also, could there have been a younger guy waiting under the bridge to corral the girls? Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I mean, Doug Carter and that have slipped, and people have slipped a few times, about the word they. So yeah. So going back to that initial comment, IPP, the thing that stops me from sometimes going down that path because of say, not stops me, I shouldn't say stops me, but it's for the fact that the crime scene was staged. So in my head, I just always have to wrap around, was in what type of time frame here was this staged? So if it was pre-done and, so it's like, did people really check out Ron Logan's property? But then they're saying that his phone pinged it now around not too far from where the girls' bodies were. That's pretty much what it said, right, Deb?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. So they could have had that plan hatched, right? Of course, that this, and then, so meaning if it was something that went wrong, why was it prepared in a staged way that would have had to be done relatively really quick?
Right.
That's
and I mean, judging by the end list of electronic things that they listed every single type of thing you can imagine. Yeah. They clearly think that this crime is on tape somewhere.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Or on picture, or that there are photos of it.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Right.
I guarantee you that thing that's on KD, or we'll call him BG for the sake of the video, that's on the BG. I can see it has that windy thing here, like when I look at that one video that guy did that have 25 years experience with the new technology, and how he stabilized that the mouth and stuff in that one little video, if you guys remember it. I could never just determine if it was a boat, but I knew it was some sort of pulley system. And when I play it, like I tell you, it's like a chicken, and that's what I thought it was, a camera. It was almost like this thing that's taking picture, or recording, but there's something that's doing a pull thing that's going chick, 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 chick. And the more I've looked at it, the more I believe that he was recording. Simple as that, from the top. That's the thing that sits. Whenever I show you guys, and I'll be doing another video here showing the BG, and again on the thing that's on the back of his head, and how it looks. And to me, I was always torn. Is that a bow, or is it a camera? But there's, and to me, if I was to go one way or the other, I flip-flopped, definitely a camera for the sake of the murder. I could be wrong, but I mean, this thing that I see, like I said, I studied this more times than most people. I can guarantee you that I probably looked specifically at that, because most people looking at the Bridge Guy video, don't even know that thing's even there until I've pointed it out, or possibly maybe I don't know who else has ever pointed that out. I know that I've pointed it out about when you're walking, I could see it. And then when I took all those thousands and thousands of, like I said, pictures, and then it plays like a movie. So I watch this thing grow behind his head, and I can see in other pictures this contraption that's coming up from behind his back.
Right.
And then when I see that thing that's in front, that looks like one of those things as if you're winding it up, almost like it's almost like, for instance, someone that, like Katie, for instance, like that knows how to build things, that knows how to create, like build something. Meaning, if there was a specific piece, unless of course it was just something that was bought from a store, but he would have the ability to create that, because he's just that handyman inclined, to weld something, put it together so that you have the proper contraption, in a sense, for what needs to be done. This is, to me, like I said, always been a planned murder for those girls. Okay. Anything else you want to say, guys, before we move on?
No.
Yeah. Deb, where did you finish off at? Did you read that first line of that?
At the end, destroy a crime scene. So it starts at number 5.
Okay. Sorry, I got some in my throat. Records, documents, writings, and correspondence containing information about the crime scene, or any individual involved in the crime. And I do actually really want to back up really quick, because I think that line that Deb read about research ways to conceal a crime or destroy a crime scene is important.
Yeah.
Because I think that gives a clue as to what the crime scene was like, and that makes me wonder about the cleanup. That's always been speculated on.
Oh, research ways to conceal a crime
or destroy a crime scene.
Yeah. Such graphic interchange format equipment, the data stored within these materials, which has been used or may be used to store evidence of a crime, research, conceal a crime, or destroy a crime. Hey, well, and how about that searching for DNA stuff?
Right. So I think that's a very important. I think that's a very important line.
Like meaning. Right. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'll read that. Records, documents, writings, and correspondence containing information about the crime scene, or any individual involved in the crime. Any and all tablets, phones, iPad devices, and any and all electronic devices which may contain digital data. Any and all computer data, including but not limited to photographs, video, documents, email, sound files, which may contain evidence of the violation of the criminal statutes listed at the beginning of this violation, or of this affidavit.
Okay. Sound files. So this is the end of it here. Oh wait. No, a little bit more.
I affirm under penalty of perjury that the foregoing representations are true. Dated this the 17th day of March, 2017.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's see what we got. To Nicole Robertson, you are authorized and ordered in the name of the state of Indiana with the necessary and proper assistance to enter into Ron Logan's entire property located at blank Delphi, Carroll County, Indiana, 46923, described as a white 2-story single-family dwelling, including his detached garage, outbuildings, and a white Ford. Now, we already read that part above earlier. For evidence related to the murders of LG and AW, and diligently search for the following items.
This part's important.
Yes. 1, any and all evidence pertaining to the murder, including clothing, forensic evidence, blood, seen and unseen, hair, body fluids, seen and unseen, fibers, weapons, including guns, and cutting instruments. Electronic devices. Cutting instruments, right? That we'll talk about that later. Electronic devices used to produce the cellular signals detected by law enforcement in the area of the crime scene animal hair samples. Computers and computer equipment, digital storage devices. Okay, so I'm not going to read all that because that's just telling exactly what Adam just read about everything. Let's see, graphic interchange formats, photographs, undeveloped photographic film slides, blah, 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 graphic. Yeah, no, okay, it's the same stuff. Okay. So that's everything that Adam just said about the software side. We don't need to read every word for that. And then is this it? Or is there no, okay, this is it. Just want me to finish it, guys?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, there's just this. Okay, records, documents, writings, and correspondence containing information about the crime scene, or any individual involved in the crime. 4, any and all tablets, phones, iPad devices, and any and all other electronic devices which may contain digital data. You are ordered to seize such property or any part thereof found on such search on the 17th of March of 2017. Judge Curtis Fouts. Benjamin Diener, judge. Curtis G. Fouts, judge. Right, of course, right.
Wow.
Right. Of course,
Well,
Judge.
it's a small area, so there's only a couple judges.
Right, of course.
Right. Yeah. But Fouts, I mean, slime ball.
There's one less now.
Yeah. Now he's only a lawyer and still works at Purdue. Under teaching ethical shit. Isn't that hilarious? Isn't that hilarious? Right? They dug deeper into Fouts, and maybe they have, and they'll come across, I'm sure, a lot more with a lot more of other people, and hence why probably that statement that I always sticks in my head. A lot of families are what was it exact or something very how that sentence went. A lot of families are going to be hurt. Like basically at the start, a lot of families were hurt by this. And when the truth comes out, a lot of families are going to be hurt, including the family, type of a thing that he said there. I'd have to go back to it. But so you guys, this was amazing to get this, but just remember, please, 69 people watching. I appreciate that. I like that number 69. You guys know it. I think it's great that this came out again, but just try to remember back in 2017. So this to me tells me, or gives me the possibility to bring back Ron Logan. And not that he went away, actually, because he never went away from me. I've flip-flopped on him about 50-50 because of the whole fact that, okay, so of his involvement perhaps, and people are all like not Judge Fouts, Ron Logan, he's the nicest guy. Well, he's not such a nice guy, is he? But you know what, I'm not going to speak too ill of the dead, because at the end of the day he'll pay his price in karma if he had anything to do with this whatsoever. But judging by some of this stuff, it raises your eyebrows definitely on things that have been said about the cell phone ping being near the bodies, about clothing, so yeah, to me, it's another nice, I'll say juicy.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I would say it's a snapshot in time.
Yeah.
Because it shows us where they were in the investigation at that time. It doesn't mean that the very next day they could have realized they were wrong about the cell phone,
Yeah.
So I mean, it doesn't mean that, Ron Logan is the killer or even involved. It just means that's where they were in the investigation at that time.
Correct.
Right.
Because this was right after. But like I said, we'll look at a couple things again. We'll like timeline wise. Timeline wise, February 16th, Keegan Klein shared the posting from Austin Popejoy's count about the murders of Abby and Libby. The posting that was going around. And it's just one of those things that this was very soon after the murders, and a lot has changed. Obviously, a new sketch, I should say, in 2019 happened. But you know what? I still know that the path that I'm on is a very good path of what I've thought from the beginning about the hat and stuff like that, about how is it possible that the BG has a hat with virtually the identical dent in it. The clothing that people have said looks like Ron Logan's, the lying about the fish. I'm gonna have to read this over very carefully again, and just see what goes back to. I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving all this information. Keegan Kline aspect, I think, added a definite twist that we weren't expecting to the case. I thought it was, bigger, but I didn't realize it was going to lead to a child, the biggest or largest child porn ring off of Keegan Kline's phone, let alone everybody else I've been looking at, to try to tie it all in to understand why these girls were murdered. I think I still know why. I still feel like it's a revenge motivated based thing in a lot of ways. I've thought about the whole Jaylene, Judge and Jaylene has, if nobody's ever saw that video, just Google it on YouTube, or sorry, go to YouTube and search it. It's called The Judge and Jaylene. Also go to Jaylene's Facebook, Tiara Jade. Go to her Facebook, because that's actually Tiara's her name, which is known. It's out there. It's not like it's not. It's in the media. But anyways, and there's that dog. Shut up, dog. But anyway, I love you, dog. But shut up. But anyway, go down to July. I think it's July 13th of 2019 or 20. Just scroll down there, and you'll want to go to her Facebook. She has a website which has the PDFs, which talks about the biker gang, type of thing. And you know what? Just who's ever interested, just go scroll down her own Facebook, and she's been vocal in a sense about many different things. Honestly, I hope she's doing okay. I haven't talked to her in a while. She just doesn't seem to message back hardly ever. I think she's going through some woes again. But anyway,
for some reason, I thought she was arrested and was in jail.
She might very well be. Well, I mean, she messaged me. I'd have to look back a couple months ago, because I messaged her, so I know that. I don't want to get into her personal life. I think it's pretty clear what she's been doing with her personal life, and different things. And then she was trying to get out of it and stuff. And, but I don't want to speak for her, because she's the one that has, like said, opened people's eyes. And was what she was trying to do was, hey, like, basically in a nutshell, look, this isn't just Judge Fouts. There's a lot of other people in highly respectable jobs, including, those in law enforcement, that know a lot more, or doing a lot of things, or being involved in things that they should not be involved in. Let's just put it that way. Whether it's selling off of the product of females, trying to lure them, to kidnap them, and like steal them, basically. Again, if anyone knows anything about Tiara or Judge and Jaylene, they would know this information as well. Hence, also what the ex-mistress, of Judge Fouts and I have had conversations, which I've really never shared too much about. So I've never even shared it, I don't know, with Deb or Adam, I don't believe either, too much of it at all. Besides what I've really just said out here. It's kind of like when people ask me to do something in private and stuff like that. I like to keep my word, and it was never about showcasing, I got this information, or I got that information. It was really just, it was really just information that I've had myself, that it was from me looking for answers for Libby and Abby. And I don't need to showcase it on a live, even though other people might be wanting to be very interested in it. It's not my place, to speak about things that are more that I've promised to be private, or if they want to tell their own story, different story. So anyways, I think that this is another piece of great news of learning more about Ron Logan, things that they were thinking about at that point, and putting 43 seconds to the video. Because that was that saying the length? Because that to me was saying the length when they said 43 seconds,
a
was it not?
43-second video, which we knew that already. That was
that
came out in the that came out during the new episode on HLN that came out on the anniversary. That came out the weekend of the anniversary this year. They released that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. They released it when?
When on the most recent episode that they did on HLN that we watched.
Oh yeah.
Back in February. Because remember, people like said that they kind of started timing how far away he would have been when the video started.
Yeah.
If it was 43 seconds long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. What?
Oh, no. If there was more you guys were saying. If Adam, if he was saying anything else, or
Deb, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
I'm almost speechless on this one. I think that it's great because it gives us it answers a lot of information, a lot of questions we've had. It confirms things.
Or confirms. I would say confirms.
Right.
And then I would say gave us a little bit of information, but confirmed things that people have been speculating on. Like, for instance, at approximately 2:17, anyone wants to know the time of the death, there you go. When they were found. Depp?
Yeah, I was just waiting for you to finish.
Oh, sorry. Did I cut you off?
Yeah, you asked me somebody asked me what I thought, and then you start talking.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't even know what I was saying now. Just that it confirms a lot of stuff that, we've heard, and maybe some things we haven't. And I think it does maybe toss him back out there as a suspect again, or at least involved in some manner. But also, they could have, like Adam said earlier, they could have gone back and realized that it wasn't him. It's just someone who looks like him or was wearing his clothes, or maybe he had left his cell phone in his, coat, and they borrowed it, took it from his property. We don't know. It just throws a monkey wrench into even worse, in my opinion. It's gonna get crazy.
Yeah. I guess on the Murder Sheets episode, I was just looking at Reddit, and I guess the people that listened to the episode already said that by the end of the episode, they lay out what the evidence law enforcement was looking for, being animal hair, fibers, any documents, email devices, photographs, and law enforcement was talking seriously about the possibility that the murders were recorded.
They were, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kelly was correct on this. The video is 43 seconds long, but I believe that there's more audio, because if I remember not down the hill, the HLN, they were told that it was about 2 minutes area, like 2 minutes and 40 seconds, like about 2 to 3 minutes long.
Right.
The entire piece.
I mean, we can easily, though, also, we can also easily assume that they, at some point after this came out, went away from Ron Logan, because Doug Carter would not have repeatedly said, "Oh, he's watching and we'll meet him soon."
Right.
Even in February, he said, "They're watching it, we'll meet them soon," and Ron Logan was dead. So clearly,
yes,
they're not saying that Ron Logan was the killer.
Yep. Like I said, this is what they were thinking in their thoughts prior. Just remember this, people, okay? Like I said, before you start going down some rabbit holes that are just wasting your time on this.
Right.
The part that wouldn't be wasting your time is talking about if he was involved or not involved, based on reading this again to see if it supports, like I said, for me, it kind of makes me support. I have to, I'm going to read it again before I make a judgment again, but it's kind of supporting more the fact that he did know
Right.
that he was involved in some way.
And you've said
Yeah.
that all along.
Oh yeah, I've said that. Yeah. Well, like I said, it's one of these things is that you don't have something like this in front of you to give you a little bit more guidance, to learn that he's a bigger abuser than most people thought, setting up an alibi. Like it just seems like everyone's just lying, like they're just a bunch of liars, and it's liars to a point, telling truth to a point. It's kind of like you just have to decipher what is the truth, like Garrett Kurt's video on Open Secrets, and stuff like that. You have to try to decipher which part he's bullshitting about and which is he's being honest with,
Yeah.
And so yeah, but I think it's just one of those things for me still that kind of what I've said, regardless of this information, because it's not some of it, like, we've learned a little bit, but it's not like this hasn't been the path of my thinking from the start about the Ron Logan, especially. It was the hat. The hat would not let me rule him out. That hat on the BG.
Yeah.
It wasn't mattering about the clothing. It just didn't make sense to me how a dent could be so identical, And then I have like people in real, which I believe are kind of like to sit there and say stupid, like, well, all hats kind of get a dent and stuff like that. And okay, but and I'm sitting there going, okay, I get it. Hats get dents in the top, but the exact identical one that I can literally place inside and turn it, and I can have that same curvature, that same what's 5? A hexagon?
Yeah.
5? In a sense, like 5 areas. I could just literally go plunk and pretty much place each hat dent. Like, what's the chances? Remember, I've always said, and I haven't said it as much as I used to, what's the chances? What's the chances that Garrett Kurt worked on Ron Logan's farm? What's the chances that Keegan Dunker and him are friends? And I'm saying Keegan Dunker is the BG. What's the chances that there's a cryptic note saying KD is the bomb? Jason Palladino. What's the chances of, just all of it, to be honest? What's the chances of Keegan working at Packers, being 5'10"? Like, it's just the overwhelming stuff. And with Ron Logan, it's the hat. If it wasn't for that hat, I probably would have brushed him to the side eventually. But because of that hat, I could not. Because I could not determine as if they asked him to leave the property to create an alibi, so that he didn't look like he was involved, or if he was involved. So, yeah.
I still personally don't think that this points any of it in the direction of Ron Logan. I think it points that they were looking in that direction at the time. But I don't, I think that if Ron Logan had any involvement with this, clearly the fact that they were looking at him so early, to me, means they would have done something about it if they found something. But they never did.
I mean, he was in jail and then he was on house arrest.
I know, so, but they never did.
I know, but if they felt there was more involved there and a bigger picture, maybe they were working on the bigger picture.
That's
the same. The same way they did not arrest Keegan Kline at first.
Right.
Yeah.
It's possible. I mean, there's a rumor that there was a party at his house the night before. Maybe that was where the planning got started. Who knows?
Right. Because multiple times I've heard it where there's been people on the 12th at the bridge that night. So
to me, if anything, it points actually in the direction more of them going down the Tony Kline road now, with them taking Keegan's dog, with it being videotaped, or them, thinking it has something to do with it being recorded.
And didn't we hear somewhere that Tony had fished and hunted in that area before, maybe even on Logan's property?
Bart said that they had fished and hunted in Delphi, but I don't think he necessarily said where.
Oh, I think somebody said that they had at the trails, that he knew that area because he had fished and hunted there. Be interesting to talk to him about that.
I mean, this definitely doesn't point Ron Logan in a good light at all. That's 100%.
Right.
Sure.
It's the hat. The hat. That's what I can't.
Notice also there was no mention though of like them looking to recover clothing from Ron Logan's.
Yeah, I thought it did say
It said fibers. It didn't say anything about clothing.
Again, I'm gonna have to go over
It
this.
said it said in the very beginning what the bridge guy was wearing.
Yeah, but they might not have thought about that at the time. But you would think they would be looking for clothing.
Yeah, because it said whoever committed the murders would have a large amount of blood on them, most likely because of the.
Yeah.
But you would think that because this is in a short time after the murders, you would think automatically that the clothes would be looked at if they had a feeling that Ron Logan was the bridge guy.
So that was my point.
Yeah.
Okay, it says the perpetrator would have gotten blood on his person's clothing. Now that we've heard multiple times too, that what's her name? I want to say it was Cheyenne. But this is just hypothetically speaking, or loosely, about Cheyenne burning the clothes for the bridge guy. That's been that one sticks in my head there because there's probably truth to somebody burning those clothes for sure.
Megan, there was something about
was it Megan
Rodell saying that there were bloody clothes in her grill. And
yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. The hat though, that's just for me. I can't. I've never been able to get the hat. I can't dismiss it. It's the same damn dent as Ron Logan's hat. Same. I've looked at that hat, ridiculous amounts, and it's a baseball cap. It's not that one like that's in the first sketch. It's like a baseball hat. Someone might deem it as a slider type of hat, but it's not that. Unless that's a different person and whatever that somebody else was, whatever. It's a baseball hat. I'll show the cap again. It's literally a cap. It's not that hat that looks like that. It's a cap. It's a hat, like a camouflage baseball cap or something. You know, like how Keegan Dunker, for instance, wears Ford hats. Or all of them do. Him and Garrett have the same damn ass hat. So unless one borrowed it from the other that day, I think Jenny said that, they both have that same damn Ford hat. But it's not that it's a Ford hat. I could not find a marking of Ford or anything. I'm just saying the shape is a baseball cap. But I'll show that picture again from the top view, you know. And again, maybe it's just one of those ones that easily slides, but it's not like a hat like the one that is in that picture at all. Nope, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
So again, it's stuff like that what I say. I've done my homework.
It does say here, I'm just reading it, information to be searched and things to be seized. And it says, any and all evidence pertaining to murder, including clothing, forensic, evidence, blood, hair, bodily fluids. So it does mention clothing.
Yeah.
I thought it did.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, Deb.
No, that's okay. I thought it did, but then I was maybe it didn't.
Adam's usually wrong and we're usually right.
I know. He just sounds right.
I think I'm the one that just found this.
Hey, I'll give you some credit.
No, you didn't. We found it last week.
What?
Just kidding.
No, yeah.
Someone on here did say Tony Klein was apparently did hunt on Ron Logan's property or land.
How would they know that?
I don't know. That's why I'm.
I've heard.
Take it with a grain of salt because that's Reddit.
Yeah.
But however, I do have a screenshot of something someone else posted tonight that I didn't realize what it was. But Deb, you're in this group too. A Jordan McCoy. That's apparently the leaker profile. It's not the actual person. I think it's a fake profile.
Okay. Is it the group I gave you a link to join?
No.
No.
Here, I'll send it to you, Sonny. You can post it.
Okay.
This was posted right before the transcript came out tonight.
Okay. Again, Deb, while I'm just getting ready, just remind people, if you could, about the Kelsey gift. If anyone wants to send anything for that for Kelsey's wedding. If anybody cares to, my PayPal is going across the bottom, or we'll get them like maybe an Amazon card or something like that. Adam here is going to talk to Becky.
Yeah.
Adam. But so yeah, so just so you know, if anyone sends the money to PayPal, this will be for a gift for Kelsey and her soon-to-be husband Caleb. For any people that do care about Kelsey, and that aren't talking badly of the family, that do want to add to this gift, feel free to. You can send it in the super chat, but obviously YouTube takes 30% of that. But it's up to you. If you don't have PayPal, and you don't have to send nothing, just I guess well wishes. But if you do want to contribute that as well, do that. If you want to join the channel, become a Pawpaw member, you can have access to our private Facebook group for $1.99 minimum for a Paw Patrol badge, and you can use the emotes and stuff like that. And yeah, and so if you do it, just watch the video. You have to basically, if you do become a member, okay, you have to email me with your YouTube name and your Facebook name. Okay, I need those because I see the members' names, but I need the attachment of the YouTube as well. So you'll email me at the email scrolling across, and it's at crimeandshame@gmail.com for that. And thank you again. I'm not sure if Laura's still here, Laura, but thank you for the $30 super sticker. Or was it a super? Or was it a super chat?
Thank you and bravo to Adam for finding this tonight. That was a great find.
And, I gotta thank Callie too. Thank you, Callie, for starting off the gift fund for Kelsey. Appreciate that. That's a couple times. Callie is definitely, a few times I should say. Callie's.
We love Callie.
Yeah. Callie, marry me. You want to adopt me? No, just kidding.
You're already married, Sonny. I'm the one that needs
whatever. Just a cheater here, right? I have no shame in my game, right? Anyways,
it's a criming shame.
It's a criming shame, correct? Anyways, you guys, yes, thank you to Adam for bringing this. I wish I could have had this in the title. I'll have to wait till this live ends and then change the title of it because this was, great news to hear that we got this tonight instead of having to wait till tomorrow. And yeah, so thanks to Adam, we had a little bit more to talk about tonight. And definitely there's a video out there. Hence why Garrett Kurtz talked about it. One day,
Did you get my picture?
One day people are actually gonna believe me a little bit more, I think. So George, okay, I guess you want me to show it. Okay, stop screen, share screen. And look at when it's dark,
what are we showing?
Stuff.
The screenshot of that post right before the transcript.
Ready? Are you ready, Deb?
Yeah.
Boom. In your face. There you go. Leaker. So it says, you'll want to tune in if this concerns what I suspect it will. Let the record show that I had nothing to do with this, and I believe it will do a massive injustice to the case. Well, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong about that.
Sonny, what's happening to you there?
Oh, is something happening to me?
You kept disappearing.
Oh, it's because it's dark out. And, oh, there we go. Well, you know what? Now you see me. Now you don't.
I know you're like fading, literally.
Where am I? Hello?
You're melting like the Wicked Witch of the West.
All of a sudden, people are going to watch and be like, "What's going on with her hair?"
She's not only psychic; she's a witch.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Right. I just thought it was interesting because I don't think Leaker has posted anything in a long time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love how that stuff shows across the bottom of the screen.
Yeah,
there.
I know the group now, and I like her actually. Like the.
Okay, wait. So Jordan McCoy is saying that. Is he?
I think I guess that's the account that posts things sometimes.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think that's not Leaker.
Yeah.
But.
Right.
It's just the account.
So he says, you'll want to tune in if this concerns what I suspect it will. Let the record show that I had nothing to do with this and have a little to do with math. I think people are idiots, though. trust me, if there's a big, massive injustice, I don't think that 194 page would have come out, or this would have come out right now. How weird! It just stuff keeps coming out all of a sudden. How ironic.
Yeah.
When people keep speaking for others, and like I said, when people keep speaking for others, like this will do a massive injustice and stuff like that. Again, if they really cared, I'm sure that they would be, talking like to me. If anything, right? Like the 196 or 4 page, stuff like all of a sudden, oops, it just got miraculously uploaded, and some, people grabbed it because they had their alerts on, and I don't know. I don't think. Let me put it this way: if for me, like I said, I don't see this at all as a massive injustice at all. What I think is that the sleuths are an army, in a sense, online, that has the ability to help the LE with massive amounts of information in a very fast way that they could not handle themselves, in a sense. That's how I see this. It's a two-way street here. You got LE, who people want LE to like hurry up, come on, get charges, blah 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 blah. And then so when I'm doing this, guys, my thing, but I'm too lazy to go turn on my light. But anyways, here, let me take that down for a second. Oh, this one on. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, my hair, it's just morphing out there. Yeah, I see it's a two-way street. We offer a lot of information at a very rapid rate, and hence why when they came out, obviously, with that, I still laugh every time I think of that video with that guy that's standing there reading about the Keegan Klein thing. The officer in that hat and the way he was just reading off of the prompter, and he just looked so, not prepared. Or it just looked strange. But anyways,
it kind of calls into question the one aspect of the David Erskine text too about the girls fighting like hell, or the Libby fought like hell, because it says right there in the affidavit that there was no sign of struggle or fight from either girl.
Yeah,
I never thought that there was. I just never really vocally said it. I honestly didn't feel like that was the case myself.
Right.
I did. I felt like that.
Did you?
That might. Yeah, I always felt like that might have been why she was treated so violently, because it angered the person that she fought, and because her dad and her grandpa and other people said that she had fought.
I can see why. I just think, if anything, they were probably shitting their pants more than anything, because I think that they were scared. But I can understand both sides of it. I just never really overly thought that there was a big struggle, to be honest with you. I just feel like these were two girls that were enjoying their day. And when you listen, do you remember when you were listening to the podcast and when those guys are talking? I think it was on the podcast when they're talking about the feelings of once they listened to the tape, how they felt. And it was basically like both of them saying that they could feel the scaredness of the girls, as they're listening to the tape on the phone or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they were, and then she said, like, don't talk about this, but how did you feel as you were listening to it? And it was like that the horror, that they were going through, like you could tell, like, basically the words he was using was like, you could tell, like, the fear. And it's just like, you can just.
Yeah. He said that they could tell one of the girls knew what was about to happen.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Them saying there wasn't a struggle also, to me, shows that there was no situation that got out of hand, because
one second.
Got those. To me, this is the fact that they said that there was no. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought she said what?
No, be right back.
To me, that also shows that he got those girls across the creek without a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of information to decipher, and and like I said, a lot of it we suspected, we thought about, but we hadn't, the fact that they used the word staged and not just referencing the crime scene, but the bodies themselves.
Right.
That's the horrible thing, is that I think about the families now are going to read those details, and I'm sure they probably knew some of those details, but they're going to have to read it.
Yeah. Where did Sunny go?
She said she'd be right back.
Okay.
You okay, Deb? Where's your mind at?
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking and looking at the group.
Or is everyone talking about it in there?
No, I'm just looking at something in the group. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. Callie says that Gray Hughes' source also said that Libby fought like hell. Let's see. Rainbow Bright says, I think they would sell the video online on the dark web via crypto, so no paper trail.
Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. I go back. One of the things I said is I go back to the fact that there are rumors that there was a party at Ron Logan's house that night before. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard it many, many times.
Right.
Jenska says it's not true. But did we know all these things about him?
Right.
Either. So maybe that was the beginning of planning something. We just don't know.
Yeah, we just don't know.
It's all speculation.
Right.
Let's see how this goes. There we go. Hello. Oh. I tried to duck in my head. But I had to go to the washroom and get a drink. That was hot. Thanks, Adam, for bringing this on to our attention tonight. That's great. Because honestly, I haven't even really looked at the Murder Sheets podcast. So I'm glad that, did a notification come in, or
what?
Did a notification come in, or
no? Someone commented on my Reddit post.
Oh.
That was the first time I've ever posted on Reddit. Well, I posted a comment on someone's thing one time, and people yelled at me, so I just never went on there again.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've looked at Reddit a few times. I've posted on Open Secrets Anon posting when she was talking about Garrett Kurtz admitting that she had video of him admitting to killing Ray Hanish type of idea. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Joey. How are you? I was actually just thinking about you the other day. So Joey says he's been in the hospital with double pneumonia.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Yeah. I've had pneumonia once. But he's saying he has double pneumonia.
Ugh.
Wow.
Someone else, I don't have a link to this or anything right now, but someone else did comment on my thing and said that that the ISP had put a tweet out the day before this was released, the day before I don't know if this was released or the search warrant was executed, that Ron Logan wasn't a suspect, which clearly he was.
Right. He was a suspect. Yeah. Yeah. It's again, if you want to have access, either get it from somebody or join the Murder Sheets Facebook group. I'm not sure where else.
I'm sure, and it's out there already. I mean,
Oh, you know what? Yeah, or you can become a member.
I'll put it on our Facebook group.
Yeah, but you have to become a member, guys. Sorry.
Right. It is on Reddit as well. People can
Yeah,
go
there you go. It's on Reddit. Go to Reddit. There you go. Yeah, actually, Adam, will you save me some time and just email me it? Could you do that for me?
Yeah. Did you just want me to like read it to you, like while you're like just over? Anytime you want to know, just call me and I'll read it to you.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you want me to breastfeed here?
It's in the private chat. You can just send it from the private chat to your email. Did you know that?
I want it in PDF form. I guess that was in PDF form, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's the link to the PDF.
Yeah. That's the link to the PDF. Is what that is. Oh, but I want to download.
You just have to save it. Yeah, you'll just have to save it to your device.
Yeah, true that. Don't make me think anymore.
And I guess they're going to release a second episode they said next week.
Oh, there's a part 2 to it?
Well, I don't know. I haven't listened to the episode, so I don't know what all they did on the episode. Well, they did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm going to listen to it when we get off here.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to need to do here soon.
No, we're going to get off in a minute because my husband's going to want to go to bed too. But
yeah, early morning.
Okay. So again, only because I forgot to say this last time. So if anyone does send, and just so you know, okay, you can send super thanks. Super thanks are when, say, the video's done and then they have that $sign. So if anyone does want to participate in the gift for Kelsey for her wedding, we'd figure possibly like an Amazon card for them. You can either send it through PayPal. You can, what was I just saying? God, I forgot already. You can send a super thanks, but all I need you to do is if you send a super chat, you have to like just write Kelsey's wedding, right? Because in my YouTube studio, it will show the message with the attachment that you sent. So if anyone is interested in that, and we'll just like, I'm not sure exactly when the wedding date is, Clay. I did know, but I'd have to look again. I want to say, I don't know why, but I want to say like right in the middle. It was June. Does anyone actually know the date? Because I did, but
I think it says it on her Instagram, so I can look when I get off here.
Yeah, just because. How about a quick recap? Well, first of all, let's see. Once upon a time, there was this person named Deb who always loses her communication with us. And me and Adam do not talk about her when she's left. In fact, Adam started crying because Debbie again could not hear. I'm going to punch you. Where are you? Down there now. All right, you moved. Punch.
Liar.
Yeah, liar.
Liar.
Well, did my nose grow? Anyways, I would say probably Annette. The last from about an hour and 50 minutes is when we started talking about what do you guys call this? The Ron Logan search warrant?
The search warrant, yeah.
Yeah.
Transcript.
Yeah. So that's where we started talking about this. If you wanted to go back to that part for a timestamp. Other than that, you said you were going to donate $1 million to me, so I'll stay home tomorrow and I don't have to go to work. That's a nice, you probably forgot about that part, but okay. And I don't know, that's really about it for the last, before that, we were just talking about a bunch of miscellaneous things, really. Just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. And then Adam, superhero, basically brought us this, about the Ron Logan, search warrant. So we've been doing that since about the 1:45 mark of this video. And other than that, that's pretty much about it, actually. I mean, her problem is that she messages me in Messenger, and usually most times I want to say it's either really early or really late. You know, when I just go, yeah, I'm too tired, you know, but she knows I love her, even though I suck at messaging. I caught the wrong Logan stuff. Okay. Yeah, because Pork Chop, like I said, she's the one, just so you guys know, Pork Chop is the one that was helping me at the very start. She was one of those people that had, like I said, I asked her to go check out the Paladinos, and then she comes back with that cryptic, beautiful note. And regardless, it's still a beautiful note. But anyway, so she had brought that back to me. So that's who Pork Chop is. And yeah, and she's always just been a a good online friend, except for then I believe she kind of, like most people, some people, Joey, welcome back, and I'm glad you're doing better.
Yeah.
I work too much, yeah. And I think she was also looking into the Summer Wells case more so as well. And so it just kind of seemed like, you know what I mean? Because Summer Wells had come out and everyone kind of went over there. And I was a little bit, but not much, because my focus was Delphi. But but she always still has Delphi in her heart and works, yes, as well. So it's kind of one of those things, whereas, like I said, it's like we still talk, but I'm sorry if I don't answer you back as fast as I probably should. It's Adam's fault. And Depp, to be honest with you, he just absorbs so much of my time, but don't tell him I said that. All right. Yeah, nice thread over there from Indiana. Right. But anyway,
I'll come through this phone after you.
yeah. So on our next live, which would be Wednesday. I don't know, Wednesday. I know tomorrow it's just like, I want to read through this whole a warrant again. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sure we'll have lots to still talk about when we come back about this.
Yeah, Suzanne Morphew. Yeah. So what are we talking about? Are we going to talk about this back on? Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure we will.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about this for a while now.
Right.
Annette, $1 million and I'll gloss for you.
$1 million, I'll gloss you.
Yeah, Joey, this is for, right? Don't take away from my time with Joey and Annette. There you go, Joey. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you. He's my one that gives me that, always that, fills up my love cup when my husband doesn't. He's one that says, "Hey, beautiful," because my husband always says in the morning, he's always like, "Hey, beautiful," right? Or "Love you, beautiful." And then Joey just fills me up online and says, "Hey, beautiful, Sonny." What can I say? I'm sorry, I take the spotlight. Everyone has their own little, person. Mine's Joey. Just saying. Joey.
All right.
Okay, I'm done glossing now. 5-minute gloss. No, just kidding. So other than that, I don't really got much else to say. Do you guys have anything before we go at all? No.
Not really. I'm just going to listen to the Murder Sheets podcast and go back over the
Yeah.
paperwork.
Yeah, I work early in the morning. I have a long day tomorrow, but I'll carve out time to
make some notes. And
I already took quite a few notes, like just quick things that I thought of, but
yeah,
I'm sure we'll all be talking
right.
Yeah.
either tomorrow night or Wednesday.
All righty.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks
Good.
for joining us on the live, and glad to see you again, Joey. Thanks. Nice to see you, of course. And thanks again to all people that left a donation for us for Kelsey's thing, and Laura's donation, super sticker, super chat. I think it was a super chat tonight. And again, if you guys want to become a member, just do what the video says. I'm too lazy to talk anymore about it. Good night, Ben, Rainbow Bright, Callie, Peace Not Silenced, KAIPP. You know what, down with IPP. Yeah, right. You know me.
And again, welcome, Ben, because he said he's new.
Who's new?
Ben had said he was new, so I was just saying welcome once more.
Yeah.
Oh, where was that? Oh,
that
Ben.
Was
Ben.
way back earlier, yeah.
Oh, but yeah, Ben.
There's somebody else that was new I saw too.
Everyone knows.
Anthony Zimba. Welcome, Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want just normal level-headed people talking, whoa. Well, I was gonna say come to the channel. Usually when Usually when Deb's not on,
She's the crazy one.
She's the crazy one.
No,
I'm the
she's the crazy
silent one.
She's
I'm the silent
mean
one.
I'm the normal one.
She's the rude one. Right?
I'm not mean or rude. I'm the nice one, Ben.
I know.
I'm the nice organized
Oh, you
one.
can see my bedspread back there. It's my green screen. My green bedspread is my green screen. I need to really buy one. What was I trying to do? Oh yeah. Good night, guys. Have a great night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
On Wednesday.
Bye.
And should be for
Love
6
you guys.
p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Bye.
Oh, I'm so tired. I hit end broadcast and I put no, not
See ya.
yet. Wouldn't want to be ya.